Hello. We have such a Goofy. You look so
guilty. You said I was guilty. I can't. Your mic cut out.
Your mic went out, Christine.
Oh, mine. Can you hear me now?
Yeah.
Yes. Okay. I don't know what's going on with the mic and the mic's now in the system. But yeah, you look so guilty, Goofy. Like as you're coming, you just like arranging your hat. I'm like, okay, what was he doing?
I was actually freestyling over the intro music before we go live. It's like I just be
it was a vibe. It was a vibe.
I'll be like, did y'all hear me? I feel like y'all. Okay. Oh, y'all can hear me. Oh, okay.
No, a few of us can see you. A few of us can see you from behind the scenes. But yes, happy Monday, March 6th. It's already December pretty much. The year has started and flown by. Okay. It's crazy. And welcome to PartyChat Podcast. We have a lot of things that we're going to go into, a few trailers we're going to check out today because a lot of things over this past week dropped. But before we jump into that, let's announce our guest today. We have a bunch of people and I'm excited to dive into the conversations. And for you guys who don't know who they are, to know who they are, we'll start off with Des. Who are you and what do you do?
Hey, it's great to be here. As you said, my name is Des, also known as Destiny. I'm a marketing manager over at Freedom Games Publishing. I also host Black Voices in Gaming. And I also work with Level One, which is another minority-owned news outlet. They talk about games, geek culture, and they have a few podcasts under their belt as well. So I do a lot of different stuff in the industry.
That's fire. Before you switch off, for those who don't know, can you explain Black Voices in Gaming? Because that's how I came across you. I was watching it on GameSpot. So if you could take a second and tell people what Black Voices in Gaming is.
Yeah, no, absolutely. So Black Voices in Gaming started back when kind of like the incident with George Floyd happened. And the creator, Justin Woodward, and a friend of his, Alfonso Hooker, decided that they wanted to create something within our industry, right? Because we just don't see ourselves enough within the gaming space, even though we're all up in it and we're playing games and we're all about it. And so it's turned from a showcase into a nonprofit. And basically what they do is any developer who's up and coming, any Black developer who wants to get their game out there, they hook them up with mentorships, helping them get funds, helping them find publishers. And then 4 times a year, which actually it was 5 times this year because we actually did a special for Black History Month. Yes. But yeah.
Yes.
All throughout the year, we do showcases that just kind of highlights other Black developers in the gaming industry, and not just developers, but we also had, I believe we had on a couple of voice actors, and we've also had on some people who are just within the community, like you all, working to like uplift Black voices and talk about gaming and kind of put our perspective on it and how we feel being in this industry. So that's basically what Black Voices does, and I'm super happy to be a part of it, and I'm really glad that you got to watch it because it's really important, and that's the reason why we do it.
That's fire. That's exciting. I say, I can't read. That's cool. Like, I didn't tell them to do that. They just did that. That's wonderful.
Thank you.
Gigi, you were here last week, but who are you? For those who don't know, Miss Ma'am. Okay.
Wow,
Gigi,
you came to me quick.
Okay?
You came to me quick. I thought at least one more person was gonna go before me, but it's okay.
You are literally right next to her.
That is true. I'm Gigi Murakami. I'm a manga artist and an illustrator. I primarily do horror manga, like horror and sci-fi kind of stuff. And I'm actually working on...
Yep, get it ready. I was going to cough. I was
waiting for that. I was trying to get ahead of it. Currently working on chapter 1. Well, this is chapter 1 of my debut manga, Resenter. Yes. It is a supernatural horror manga about a woman who is murdered and has a chance to get revenge on her murderer from beyond the grave. So... You can check it out in my shop. Feel free
Fire.
to check it out. I'm also working on a few horror one-shots that will be out there later. I'm trying to get something together for like DreamCon. I'll have to talk
yes.
about that.
Oh my God.
Awesome.
You're going to be at DreamCon and I'll be at DreamCon and we can meet.
We should totally link up.
Yes, we have to. Absolutely. I love buying people food. So if you like food,
I will take it.
Were you there last
You
year?
love
I didn't
buying
see you
people
last year.
food.
I didn't go last year. I just moved in.
You love. Hey, I need to go. I didn't know where
I'll
the
be
money
there for the
resides. You
food.
said you
Yeah,
love
you'll
buying
be-
people food.
I mean, we can struggle together, but I'll feed you something. You know.
She said something. Something. That $1 appetizer is something.
Where the money
Okay.
reside. Where the money reside.
That's how we'll be walking out of DreamCon to the Ubers to the restaurant. J.Cutt, who are you and what do you do?
Hi, my name is J.Cutt. I own the J.Cutt Productions. I am a designer, illustrator, animator who does a lot of artwork, like my Kid and Play shirt, and I also have a coloring book for all ages. We gonna,
CEO.
Oh, CEO of J.Cutt Productions, and then I also have a coloring book for all ages, and it's a lot of fan art from different movie, games, TV shows, and the like.
Awesome. Listen, by the time y'all leave this podcast, y'all will be like promo, like leaders
We
in the
will be
promo
ready.
world. Yes. Okay, it turns a little. Y'all. He's promoted. He's done enough.
Just like looking at Jay.
Where are they?
That's what it is. Welcome to Jay's podcast. Let's stare at him for a little bit. Okay. And then we have Hanif from Otaku Noir. Go ahead and tell the people who you are and what you do.
I'm Hanif Salim, co-founder of Otaku Noir. Otaku Noir is a blurred, black-owned mystery box. I guess let me do it here. This is our horror noir box that we just came out. Actually, Gigi's manga is inside of our box.
Yes, it is.
And we do a lot of stuff like the Frosted Fangs T-shirt. Vampire in Brooklyn.
Okay, I see that.
Shout out to J.Cutt because we had his coloring book in our box, December 2021 box. So
Yeah.
When people
black
come
owned
together.
products is that's basically our box is a black Comic-Con experience. Lanyard and badges.
Absolutely.
That's
No,
dope.
I mean,
That's dope.
Our June box, we're working with Blurred, so we got a lot of stuff, exclusive T-shirts. We got a lot of Blurred items inside the box. So if you go to otakunoir.com, get your box, you'll love it, guaranteed.
That's so fire! Oh my god! I wish we had the horns. I'm like, pew, 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 pew. Verbally. Look at this. I love it. Make sure y'all check out the links. They're being dropped during the stream in the chats of whatever platform you're watching on, and get to know these people and get to buy their things. All the things that they are selling, purchase. Participate, okay? Be a part of it, because it's fire. I didn't realize that you guys had worked together until literally today when I looked at your website to include your link in the description box. I was like, oh, that's J.Cutt. And then I'm like, oh yeah, Gigi was on there live. I'm like, oh yeah, you guys are all connected. Look at that. All right.
The connection.
It's a small
And now
world,
Gigi
for
and I
sure.
know each other.
Right. Connections. I just love this. Okay. All right. So really quick, I do want to say shout out to our members. Okay. We do have memberships on the channel. If you are not a member, check it out. Hit that join button. But we do have a cool, shout out to Destiny. It was funny. You said your name is Des, or AKA Destiny. We have Destiny, one of our interns. She does our graphics. So if you could pull that up here really quick again. 10-4. Okay. Shout out to Channy Chan. Shout out to Charles Pretlow and Eliminate, our current members. That's been growing as we've been doing these streams, and we will continue to put you guys up here at the beginning and end of the show. So make sure you check it out. See what the benefits are. You can check that out below. Now, my icebreaker for everybody here. I want you guys to pull out your phone, okay? And then go to, and you probably saw it on your ROS, okay? Or on the Run a Show.
Totally.
But totally, not looking at it right now, but open up a text and go to the emoji thing. And I want you to share what's your top 3 emojis that you use. The way I knew there was going to be giggles.
Are we showing it to the screen or are we just telling you what it is?
You could just tell. You don't have to put your whole self out there just in case there's some messages in there you don't want people to see.
I got here just to warm y'all up. I'm a wholesome individual. So mine are just, the sad, like the crying one. I use that for laughter all the time. Like when you got tears. But I'm really just laughing like real hard. And then I got the eyeballs one, just like the eyes.
I love that one. Yeah.
That's my favorite. And then now my quick favorite has been the melting face. Like where it's just like,
I love that one. Like, especially if it comes to like drunkenness. I love when people use that. I'm like, I understand what you're saying because you have that emote.
Exactly. So I'm out of the way. It is now y'all's turn.
I'll go next. So I use the two hands a lot. Like I use that as kind of like a, like praise or celebrate, celebrate what somebody's doing. I use prayer hands a lot as well. And that could be like as a thank you or like shout out to you type of thing. Last month I used the fist a lot, and then outside of that, the eyes. Yeah. Right. I did 4 because like the fist was a lot last month.
Mine, that fire emoji is, I just use it for everything. Everything is fire to me. My soul is fire, so everything is fire. I love the hand on the face because I just feel like if something goes wrong, that's what the hand is for. If you do something wrong, that's what the hand is for in the face. And the skull, because like you, I do be laughing, but I be really dead. Laughing.
Oh yeah,
and then the fire brings you back. I see
fire brings me back, but it also kills me. So it's a back and forth thing.
You're a phoenix. You're a phoenix. You die and come back.
I do have one that is like forever, and that's the one with the hearts that are sitting on the face.
That one's cute.
I just use it for everything. That's just for everything.
I think
who's next?
I'll go. Mine's is I have the smiley face with the stars as the eyes.
I use that.
Okay.
That's my version of the fire. I don't really do too much fire. It's usually that. Then a lightning bolt. Then I go with the demon face, like demon time, like the devil with the smiley face.
The purple one?
The purple one?
The purple one. And then I got the eyes, like I'm just looking like one of those.
I never use the eyes.
I love those eyes. Yeah.
I also use the demon face with the purple smiley guy. I'll be honest with you.
Fitting. Okay.
It's fitting, but like I'm be honest with you, it's recent because when I made a post that I was gonna come back on here, I put mad devil faces. So that was like an impromptu one. I'll show you mine.
Wait, when you're coming back on the podcast?
Yeah, like literally today, and I just spammed it, and then recently it's up there now.
She came to cause chaos. I see.
Exactly. Oh wait, I'm gonna show you mine because it's just the Chipotle order. I don't care. These are my top 3. The stars.
You're sending skulls and demon faces to the Chipotle.
They labeled that order.
Right?
The 3 stars, the like shiny stars.
Mm-hmm.
Not the 1, the 3. I used that. And then it was like the devil face. And then like the celebration, like confetti.
The little confetti thing.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
when it's
that's
not,
my go-to.
When it's not the demon face, because that's today, I'm usually doing like a black heart. That's usually my thing.
You do. I've seen you use that on posts and stuff before. All right, Des, Jazz, Goofy wise.
I feel like I'm pretty basic with emojis. I'm more of a GIF girl. So if I can use a GIF, that's usually what I use. But if I'm using emojis, it's usually the laughing face where they're crying. If I'm like laughing really hard, if I think something's really funny. I just discovered that I could change it to my skin tone. So for work, it's always the black thumbs up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right.
No more yellow. Get the yellow out as I'm wearing yellow.
Gotta keep it on brand. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, the option's there. May as well.
I'm the only like black person there, so absolutely.
Everything else is yellow.
Yeah, yellow or pale or white or
we
something.
We can talk about that. Yes.
And then I think the other one I use just because I feel like I'm always in that mood where I don't know if you guys are going to understand this face, but you're always like that's some BS, right? So I always use the face where it's just like the lines for the eyes and the straight line for the mouth.
Oh, yeah. Just like
So I use that one a lot too.
I thought you were talking about the question one, like
no.
I use that.
I did use that one recently, though.
Yeah, I like that one.
Somebody
I like
was
that. Like
talking
something's
about
not right here.
Yeah,
it's what that means.
16 not being an RPG, and I was like, interesting.
Interesting.
All right, sometimes social introverted gamer. What?
So I don't know if y'all could see it. I don't know. Hold up, let me see if I could.
I see some purple. Is that a heart?
I think
it is. What the hell? Okay. Whatever.
Full screen.
So
you got a poop on there?
I thought that was a.
Is that a poop?
I think it was.
No.
Oh, I thought you had the smiley poop.
Oh no, I had the thumbs up. It was just it's just brown.
Oh,
it was blurry. It was blurry.
It's just a brown hand. Lord Jesus.
I'm not even gonna let my words go where it was gonna go.
Okay. That I have that just to say, like, got you, got it.
Yeah.
I had the little
I
blushing,
apologize.
like, hands emoji, like smiling and stuff, just to say, like, oh, thank you, or like, feel good and stuff. And kind of like uplift people and stuff. And then my top 3, I don't know why it's in the top 3, but it's like the sad smiley face, but it has like a tear.
I love
I
that.
really don't
I
know
use
why
that one.
that's at the top. I can't remember what I was talking about,
That
but
was
it's at
funny.
the top.
Emojis imitate life.
That's more like that's like when you thought you were gonna get something.
Yeah.
So you just have to put
When
a
you
smile on,
didn't,
but
yeah.
you're really
Well, I am
burning.
pretty
You're
on
really
my
burning
game.
inside.
Yeah, so that's
I
probably
love
what
that.
was
Stay
referring to.
face.
Yeah.
This was like secret therapy where we gotta like review our lives. Through our
I'm
like, like, what's really going on? Like, you saying you're good?
We got the purple demons and
Well, there's been a few of these demons. We do need to unpack those things.
Emojis say otherwise. You know what I'm saying?
Oh my god! You know what my favorite has quickly, but like my favorite that my chat has been getting me on is just the person standing there like that. I put it in the YouTube chat because it's just so awkward. Like that's how I use that when things get awkward. I just stand there like this, and that's my favorite.
That's how you gonna be when we're like,
now.
"Oh, you said you go buy us food," and then she just stands there just like that.
Right,
okay.
Because in the distance
who
too, like
said
she
that.
just
Right.
progressively gets
I
further
ain't never
away.
heard that
And
before.
we're like, damn, how's she moving?
Disappear.
She gone,
Goofy
nigga.
wise, what's yours? What's yours?
Mine is, y'all gonna laugh, but it's the it is the laughing emoji. It's the peach emoji. It's the eggplant.
Going on in 2023.
I just want to say, for real, I'm vegan. I'm typing on my grocery list. That's all that happened.
Right, yeah.
The lies. There's
The
so
lies.
many other
Because when are you
groceries.
eating eggplant and peach? That doesn't make. I'm an aspiring vegan. You can't fool me. Okay.
Nah.
All right. I know the reals.
I
The
can mix
real-
up my fruits and veggies. You don't. I mean, you'd understand if you was like eating that shit every day. You know, it's like you get the
Oh,
same,
so you do
know?
this activity every day.
Okay.
Well, it's healthy. It is healthy.
We can't get past
your heart going.
Hey,
emojis.
Daddy ain't say shit. She been
Hey,
running
look,
her business.
Okay, it is exercise. That is healthy. Go get your
It's healthy.
burn. Okay.
It is healthy.
And
A
this is why you use
little
the demon time
uncomfortable
emoji.
because of the Last of Us episode that I literally watched it before the stream, so that comes to mind. That's like, ooh, the hatchet. We gonna talk about that in a second.
Yeah.
The Last of Us episode, because episode 8
Situation.
filled me with hate. Okay, all right. So the new this week, we have gaming, TV shows, movies that are coming out this week. Goofy wise, or we'll do Jazz, Goofy wise, Chelsea. So I think gaming's first. So Jazz, you can go first, then Goofy, then Chelsea. We have a beautiful graphic that's going to be magically appearing onto the screen. That'll happen. Yeah, so there we go. I knew if we did it enough, it would happen. All right, take it away, Jazz.
Okay. So for the games, we got March 7th, Lil Witch, No Better. No better.
Ooh.
No, better.
She better.
Why you say that like
You said it.
You're wrong.
You're better. You better know better.
No,
I didn't know if
better.
it was no better or no beta, and I just read it wrong. Sorry.
no
So
better.
Oh, good. We were-
PS4,
I
like
and
no better,
Twitch.
I think it's no better.
March 8th, Paranormal Sight, The Seven Mysteries of Hanjo on PC and Switch. And March 9th got a lot. Okay. Fatal Frame,
Yeah, that's a lot.
Mask of the Lunar Eclipse, all platforms. Transport Fever 2 on console, PS4, PS5, Xbox One, Xbox Series X, all that good stuff. Train Life, a railway simulator. It's a train simulator.
They got
On
a
the
simulator
Switch?
for everything, baby. They
Okay,
got a
and
walking
then
simulator.
Session Skate Sim on the Switch.
Games
Nice.
imitate
Whoop, whoop.
life. You know how.
And now with TV shows, Goofy, take it away.
Come on, Goofy.
Okay. New this week, we got TV shows. We got Be My Guest with Ina Garten, season 3, Food Network. Okay, that's cool. That's nice for all my Food Network
I like
fans.
how you
I
were
was
asking us.
you know what I'm saying? We got March 6th. We got History of World War II, limited Hulu. I love me.
I might
good,
check that
you know
out,
what I'm
actually.
saying?
I
Yeah,
like this.
documentary about history and shit. You know,
That's nice.
Learned.
Americans of Fire Nation. Omega Gift and Curse, limited edition. I guess I don't know. All black WeTV. Oh, it's a channel. Okay. Perry Mason season 2.
I love being a part of you
HBO.
working this out.
Yeah. Rain Dog season 1, HBO. Rock the Block season 4, HGTV Discovery Plus. Spring Baking Championship season 9, Food Network and Discovery Plus.
So basically, no TV shows.
So basically, no TV shows.
Play this
We got new TV shows.
I'm sorry.
There's more.
There's more. Where are they at? I don't see them.
On the screen.
Okay, my fault. The Voice season 23, NBC. That's the new. That's like American Idol. That's My Jam season 2. I don't know what that is, but it sounds cool. Who Killed Robert Wone season 1, Peacock.
That sounds right. Yeah.
The Confessions of Fanny Langton.
Franny.
Oh, I'm sorry, Franny Langton.
Her name is Fanny now. Or their name is Fanny now.
Fanny. Limited. BritBox. Farmer Wants a Wife season 1.
Wait,
the Challenge World Championship season 1. Paramount.
That sounds
Plus.
like. Okay, wait, Goofy. Does that not sound like an anime?
Farmer Wants a Wife.
Farmer Wants a Wife.
For sure, sounds like an anime.
Right.
Slice of life.
I think you have to change the
on
name.
March 9th, we got School Spirit season 1, Paramount Plus. We got You season 4.
I might check you out.
Part 2.
I haven't.
Why is there 4 seasons?
Being broken into parts.
Please
This is
stop.
Wild.
March
Wild.
10th, the New York Times presents Sin Eater, limited FX and Hulu. Unprisoned season 1, Hulu.
Okay, now.
Wow, that one.
Okay.
Check that one out.
And then we got movies. Wait,
What
before we
money
do,
is that?
Hanif, it turned it into an isekai. Okay, I woke up as a wife to a farmer. That's definitely an isekai right there.
See? Exactly.
Yeah, for sure.
You got the assignment. All right. I think we're moving on to movies. So March 7th, which is tomorrow, we're dropping The Thorn One Day Only. And wow, it's like a limited release. Interesting. Ghost Town going straight to VOD. Unseen, straight to VOD. Far Away, Netflix. Rebroken, VOD. Now, March 9th, Sound of Silence, VOD. That sounds terrifying. March 10th, Champions in theaters. Scream 6 in theaters.
I actually want to see that.
You want to see Scream?
Yeah.
Let me know how you feel about it. Let me know, because the last one got roasted a little bit.
I didn't see the last one. I
Jenna
got to see.
Ortega in this one.
I gave up on Scream from the first movie.
Yeah, that
Really?
yeah.
The first one?
I feel you.
The first Scream?
Oh, maybe second or third. But
Maybe
You
I'm
like
about to
Yeah,
say,
I was
maybe
like,
the second. You gotta stick to the second.
yeah, maybe second or third. Maybe second or third.
Right. He changed
I was
it. He only
exaggerating.
seen the first one. He's lying.
I feel you. Now they got Chain Can Dunk on Disney. Plus Luther the Fallen Son on Netflix.
Luther Vandross?
No, it's Idris Elba British show.
I'm gonna give you
Can't wait to see it.
That's not Luther. That's
that
other
show
guy.
ain't. I didn't realize that as soon as I said that, bro.
That was right.
It's never too much.
Now we're gonna get through this
Right.
list.
Sorry,
The
go ahead,
Magic
Chelsea.
Flute is limited. Righteous Thieves is limited. So it's all limited. It seems real scarce. First week
Yeah.
of March.
Very scarce.
Now, dang, nothing else.
I
That's
mean-
almost this week. Almost this week. All right.
March ain't the month.
March 10th, Unwelcome, limited. Future, is it Texas or just Future TX, limited? And then Bottoms, limited. I don't even know what.
I'm nervous
Bottoms?
about this.
I don't know what these are.
Okay, well, we've got
This is
an
not the
it's an
week.
interesting week. It's an interesting week. Okay, you've got a lot of reality TV and a lot of questionable titles. Okay, a lot of questionable titles, but a lot of stuff that you can check out this week. Jumping into our first thing on the docket, because a lot of things were dropped as far as trailers and whatnot, and we are going to check out a couple of those trailers today. One is Something's Killing the Children, coming to Netflix. The team that did Dark and they did that ship show. I think it was called 1889 or
1899.
99.
Something like
Yeah.
that.
But it got canceled.
Which got canceled, which ended up getting canceled. But they're like Dark was, if you've ever seen Dark, it's just like the writing, it's just like crazy. Every time my husband was watching it, he'd come, he's like, babe. And I'd be like, okay, I can't follow this. There's a lot happening. But they are doing a show, Something is Killing the Children. It is interesting that they are getting something else, after it being canceled, but they did have a lot of success with Dark. I can't remember why 1899 got canceled. If anybody knows.
Too dark.
I don't know.
I don't know.
She said it was too dark.
Chelsea tried it.
I tried.
You said it so confidently.
I did.
It was because it was too dark.
Really
It's too dark.
Oh,
The
man,
artwork
maybe-
does look really good.
Yeah,
I'm
no.
excited for it. Like I really want to check it out.
It's a
I
good
got the
comic.
graphic novel. I'm excited for it too.
Yeah.
You know what? I sure
That's
was
great.
confusing Dark with Ozark. Let me chill.
No, it's two different
shows.
Two different
They're
things.
both dark.
I know, right? But this
There is
looks
darkness.
cool. I like. I think people have been leaning more on like. Well, I don't know much about Something is Killing the Children, but it's always like stakes when you put kids in dangerous situations. So I see that there's like a main character, and the art looks nuts. So I'm curious to see who they cast for it. Did they say they're casting for this yet, or?
Right now it says as of February 2023, no cast members have been announced.
Got it.
But in the next few months, we should hear more information about who's going to be.
It's live action.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, okay.
We're gonna find.
Why'd you say, "Oh Lord"?
So we talked about this today.
Did you say,
actually.
"Oh Lord," J.Cutt?
No. I said.
Oh, I thought you said, "Oh
But even
Lord."
if you
I was
did,
like,
but
no,
even
no,
if
no.
you didn't say it, it's so appropriate because today we were talking about the purpose of live action. And live action is supposed to take 2D to 3D in ways that, you couldn't get in 2D. So we all know what happened with Avatar, The Last Airbender.
Oh,
Don't even bring that.
we like
back
to
up.
we try to forget
It's the
on an
most
often
obvious.
basis.
I know it's the most obvious example, so we see what could be wrong with the stuff. But like say you take something like Gundam, or say you take something like Cowboy Bebop, or just even with Spider-Man, you saw it with Spider-Verse, just like those things that you can do to bring it to another level. And I'm curious how they're gonna do that with Something is Killing the Children. I mean, it looks scary, and getting that scary, on screen shouldn't be too hard. So I might be a little more critical of something.
I think that because Stranger Things ended, they needed something along those lines, and this seems like it would be something that you've got an ominous horror, like kid-based type of thing that adults can watch and be a viewer on. And I think that they're kind of trying to fill that slot since it's done. And so
it's not, why we gotta watch the kids fight for their lives? What's up with this?
People like to watch kids.
Sometimes kids
Hunger
need
Games.
to fight for their lives.
Did you watch? Did you ever check out the comic Runaways by Marvel?
No,
I tried to watch the show.
I didn't watch the
there's a
show.
No, the comic.
I didn't watch the show, but the comic is really dope. I honestly think it's like fresh and it's a little different, and it's a little risky, but I think that they need to be risky because I'm tired of seeing the same stuff over and over again. Like I just saw they were doing another Fast and Furious, and I'm upset. I'm furious about it.
I'm so.
Now
that one I really ain't watched since the first one for real.
Yeah,
I've never seen a single Fast.
I've seen. Okay, I saw 1, 2, 3, 5. I didn't watch 4.
Is that the one that took place in Tokyo Drift or whatever?
No, that's 3. That's 3.
three?
That's
Okay.
3. Yeah, you don't even have to waste your time on that one.
Pretend it doesn't exist.
Hold up. Fast and Furious 3 was great.
The minute that man started talking, I was out.
That's just because he
The
might
minute
have a
that
southern
man-
accent, though. That's his normal accent. That's how it's
That
always
is,
been.
but it was jarring at the time.
Tokyo
It was jarring
Drift was the
at
last time they was actually racing.
True.
They don't race.
I
no more.
can't.
I think in 4 they raced, but 5 was when they had the Rock, and that's when they definitely stopped.
In this last one, wasn't
Who
that the
knows
end of the
what
trailer?
this is like the 80th movie.
They were about to race.
They were about to race,
And
right?
then I found out that it's not even the last one; it's the first part.
First part of the last one, yes.
one.
I'm tired
Yeah.
of these parts.
Yeah.
Just let it go. Just
Let it go. Let it go.
tired of
Let
these
it go.
parts.
If she hear
Wait,
another
Des, I
part,
think you're the one who had tweeted that you're just like you're
I'm
over the family at this
That was
point.
me.
the whole family.
The whole
Taking
family
it.
got to go.
I felt the
whole
name from the
film.
beginning was dumb. Fast and Furious, because Fast is almost always furious. So what are we talking about? I'm sorry.
What is the brand?
Likes the first one,
It's
okay?
too many movies. Now you start questioning stuff. Like
I'm like, who's who? What's what? I
Questions
don't
should have
even know
been
what's
asked
going
though,
on.
okay? And for real, questions should have been asked.
I don't
okay?
like
I
movies
think
that
after
are
what's
like.
his name died in real life, they should have
Paul
just
Walker.
ended it. Yeah,
They
Paul
should've,
Walker.
yeah.
They
I
should have
thought
just
that was
ended
what
it.
was gonna happen.
I
That
did
was,
too.
No, that was
Yeah.
like 2 movies ago because that was 7
Yeah.
that he
was 7.
passed, and
I just
then
don't
they
like
had
butts in a seat type movies. Like
Same.
it's just entertaining to be entertaining to get you to come and buy a ticket. I can't
Yeah.
stand it.
I would
Mission
like
Impossible
better
type movies, I
writing.
can't.
Yeah.
Well, hold on
I don't
now.
know
Hold
if
on.
you can do
But
really good
Mission
writing
Impossible
in
is actually
Fast and
good.
Did I go too far?
Right.
Yeah.
You went too
You went a little
far,
too
yeah.
far. The Mission
You can talk about
Impossible
the
is not in
entertaining
family.
movies for the sake of being entertainment, but don't talk about the hard entertaining movies. You gotta talk about other people's ones. God damn it! Don't
I
talk
think
about
Chelsea
ours.
agrees with me because
listen,
she ain't saying
I
nothing.
do.
I don't like.
I do
Listen,
too,
I
honestly.
didn't want to watch Vin Diesel drive a car out of one skyscraper to another
And to
skyscraper,
another.
but I did watch Tom Cruise jump from one skyscraper to another.
So this is
Okay,
where I'm
to
gonna
be fair,
interject.
Mission Impossible, but Tom Cruise is Tom Cruise in every movie he's ever
Every
in. Like,
movie.
I'm
I
okay
just
with
get
that.
tired of Tom Cruise.
Tired.
Oh no, I want to see
That's
new
a fair
faces.
thing.
When he jumped
That's
on
a fair
Oprah's
thing.
couch, I was done with him. I hung up. Yes, it's been 2 decades.
Oh, she went
since
all the way
I
back, but I'm the same way.
Right.
consumed
Lest
that
we
man's
never
media.
forget.
When he got married to Katie Holmes, yeah.
Right.
But listen, what sucks is that the movie that came out right after that was Oblivion, and Oblivion is such an underrated movie. That movie was so good, but because of the whole thing, and she like left him while he was filming that movie, so it was
I'm
like nobody
oblivious
watched the
to that
movie.
one.
Yes.
It's a Marvel movie?
No,
this
Oblivion.
that-
It's
this that Tom
it's like the
Cruise movie.
future. Yeah, Tom Cruise and Morgan
Doesn't it-
Freeman.
It looked like After Earth.
It looks good.
Well, no,
Why haven't I seen it?
ew. It's not like After Earth. It's
No, but
you know,
it has that,
future,
like,
but
Dang,
not
not after
Earth.
Earth.
like that
Hello?
future aesthetic kind of thing.
Mhm.
It's the future, like apocalyptic times, like sci-fi.
Yeah, I like that type
movie.
of stuff.
Okay,
It's
I'll check
it's
it
good. It's
out.
really good. It was made by the same guy that made Tron Legacy, which I think Tron Legacy is another underrated movie that's
underrated.
really,
It
really
is
good.
underrated.
And the
is
soundtrack, the sound, the
But
look.
Daft
good,
Punk is
yeah.
dope. Like you can never say anything.
That Punk was
about
dope
Daft
in the
Punk. Yeah.
movie.
What?
Yeah,
what?
yeah.
They were- I
The
love that.
soundtrack.
Yeah.
Oh, I never
Yeah.
seen it.
Like me and my husband were listening to it literally last week. It's very fresh.
But y'all didn't
in
watch
my
the
mind.
movie again, though, right?
No, because we were driving.
Sometimes
No,
you
because
just put the
it
music
was
on.
like it became a conversation about who had a great score, what are the top scores that we liked. So we were listening to them while we were driving somewhere. So that's why it's really fresh in my mind. That and Into the Spider-Verse. But we did watch Into the Spider-Verse like yesterday, the day before. So, you know, take that with what you will. But next thing, so Marseille Martin. Okay, if anybody knows who her PR person is, let me know. Okay, because this little queen is taking over, and I'm so happy for her, and I love her. She is producing a show called Saturdays, which is coming to Disney Channel. All right, and
Good
it's
job.
melanated. All right.
Okay, the black.
Yes,
All right,
yes.
This is my
Well, it's
only
been a
slight.
long time since we've had one. What's your slight?
Only slight is I'm just tired of all these children being so successful. Okay.
Oh my
What is-
God, Chelsea.
They keep
Thank you.
Yes,
I
thank you.
felt so bad. Thank you. I'm so over
Wait, what?
it.
I feel like
Explain.
I thought I was gonna get mad. I support that.
No,
Snap
yeah,
that,
So
Chelsea.
weird.
These
Like, who are
kids
you talking
are
to?
just working too hard and doing too well, too fast, too soon. They need to slow down. All right, because I'm tired. I'm tired.
I
All
can't
right,
keep
and then
up.
and what do I have 4 little siblings. And I can't like keep saying like, oh man, you're doing so great. You know, you're doing wonderful. But you know, little Marseille over there, she got her own movie show line, and
Don't compare. Don't
you doing,
compare.
baby?
You gotta get the bag
I gotta
now.
set them up. They need.
I know. They just
got
got their
role
diapers
models.
on. Give them a moment, okay, Chelsea?
They got role models.
Diapers on.
They got role models, and they are doing extraordinary things. And yo, I can't keep baiting them. I'll be like, well, you know, success comes in time. And they're like, well, her time was she was like 12.
Right.
Okay.
It's gonna be like
I was
pulling
saying, you
teeth
could do
trying
it
to get
too.
people to go to college. It's like no way.
I
4
think
years
part of
to
the
do
problem
what?
with it
To do
is,
what? Yes. I can hear
what
that.
what was I trying to say? I think part of the problem is that it's still an exception and it's not the norm. And I think that's really what my issue is with it. Like, we just don't have enough of it. And so we get this one star or this one person, and then we're talking. It's kind of like how Will Smith was the go-to guy for everything. So now I feel like she's like the go-to for everything, but they're not going to make room for other people to be the go-to. That's exactly what's going to happen, and that's what keeps happening in Hollywood. So right now she's the it girl, and it's like we need more than just one it girl who's doing all these things, because they'll use her later to be like, well, you could be that. And this is like not Black people saying this usually, but well, if she can do it, why can't you do it?
Right.
Do you know what I'm saying?
Because the doors are always open for you to do it.
Yeah. And it's really not like that. It's really not that easy. And they try to make it seem like it's that easy. And that's my problem with it.
Right. I do feel like there's a tug of war, you know, right? Where it's a situation where it's not like that there's a lot of opportunities and you have to make your way. And the problem is because she is the only one that has, like, at her age, has the success currently right now. They are the one, they keep giving it to her. But the other side of it is right now, they may not have given it to anybody else if she wasn't, you know? So and that's what kind of sucks. That it does suck. It is their fault, not ours. But I do feel like the more support that we give her and the projects that she's doing, she can kind of spread that, because she's got this cast, like mostly Black show. Because I say mostly because in the background, you know, there's others. And so that's opportunities for them to grow, and her inspiration to them, where they can act, they can create productions, they can produce, you know, and I think it just starts to branch out. So I do feel like with shows like this, we got to give it.
I'm going to support it 100%. But I'm more like with Issa. I just want to see everybody Black succeed. Yeah. But I love that Issa like reaches across. You know what I mean? Like, I hope that's what continues to happen.
I think she's an anomaly, though, only because, like, well, okay, let me rephrase
Issa Rae is an anomaly?
No. The
Marseille.
Gigi was ready. Gigi was ready.
I love me some Issa.
Oh, no, I love her too. No, she's not an anomaly. But I do think Marseille is, to an extent, and let me explain why. Because I feel like everybody wanted to be a child star, like, deep in their heart, because you watch the shows of kids, you know, all that, and you're like, wow, I can't be on all that.
I want to be rich. I auditioned for Disney.
You get what I'm saying?
I auditioned for The Lion King, for the musical.
Oh wow,
for Nala.
Awesome. But you see what I'm saying? Like,
they was gonna call me back. I'm still waiting.
Oh, you we're getting older and older. You still waiting for the calls back?
Yeah.
But no, but like the thing is like you. Then, like, okay, for instance, I watched Matilda, the musical, the other day or a few months ago, and I was like, oh, these kids are really going in. Like, these are kids really like acting, and I'm like, was it like that back in the day? Like, was they reading scripts?
No.
Like now, because they're on these TikToks and stuff, they're able to read the scripts and remember all these crazy lines, and the acting is amazing, the singing and the performing is. So I'm like, I don't know if.
It's a different time.
Maybe this generation is ready to start taking leads like she's doing. So I don't know.
I got three. I
think it's a different time. I think back when we were watching TV, we could kind of go in and try out to be the best friend or the token. There was a lot of tokenism back in the day where it just wasn't we didn't have stuff. And
you had to be sassy, had to have an attitude.
Had to be sassy, had to have an attitude. I used to get so mad because when she had her show on, was it Nickelodeon or whatever? I was like, there's so many different Black people out there, and y'all keep pushing this one idea of what a little Black girl is. And so I love that Marseille is doing what she's doing, but even on Blackish, she had that attitude. And I was just like,
that's true.
Why is it always this trope? You know? So I'm hoping in her new show, it's not like that. I really hope that like, it's more, they expand it more, because we got the more diverse. We got geeky Black girls, we got nerdy Black girls, we got you know,
introverted Black girls,
Black girls.
Right.
Ooh,
you should go like this, Jess.
Oh no, I was just saying.
Okay,
just pointing at her name.
I got you on this. So what we just hit on were colorism. We hit on children and how they're, you know, being exploited, used in, you know, the entertainment industry, and how we have this weird this weird image in entertainment now. So you notice way back in the day, Disney used to have all types of Black women on their shows. Like there were different types of Black women that came through Disney.
Girlfriends.
Yeah. A whole bunch of, there was a whole like variety of child stars. I'm trying to stick with the child stars theme, but
I went full adult. I went full adult, but
Girlfriends is perfect because they got to actually portray a whole bunch of different Black women in that are like our age now. But there used to be a whole different type. There used to be tons of different looks, but now that we went through, I call it the mixed girl monopoly, where you got a Black dad, white mom, and it's always some light-skinned curly hair girl. And it's even, I saw a TikTok yesterday where this Black girl said she was going out to audition for something, but she saw that there was some light-skinned curly haired girl with a huge afro, and she knew it was curtains for her because that's what people are looking for. They're looking for the Storm Reeds. They're looking for, I forget the actress's name from Blackish, who now is on
Yep. Peter Pan.
Grownish. She's on Grownish. And she's in Peter Pan. Yeah.
Right.
And then that look. So I think there's
Yara.
Yara. Yes. And bless Yara. I love her. So I think, like you said, when Marseille is an anomaly because she is darker skinned.
Yes.
And she came up and now she directed her own movies. She's doing her own show.
Right.
Of course, I'm always support Black women everywhere. Like
right.
Of course. But I agree when we need to reach out and do more because we've noticed that they've corrected for that. It used to be more diverse actually, but now they've kind of course corrected and now it's all mixed kids.
Right.
Right. I think mixed light-skinned kids.
It's been mixed light-skinned kids for a really long time. Like if you look at like Sister, Hollywood has always been okay with casting. Yeah, smart guy. Hollywood's always been okay with casting dark-skinned men. Like if you just look historically, and then the women needed to be lighter. And it's been like that for a really long time. It comes with the mammy trope and all of those things. If you were too close to white, you couldn't get parts. So you did movies which were called race movies, and that was Black Hollywood basically making movies. But in Hollywood, like you had to be like just that caramel color. Because I remember when I used to be in modeling school, and I went to an audition, and they were just like, "Oh, you're not the type that we're really looking for," right? Like I was too dark for it. But yeah, if you go back and you look, there's a lot of, either you had to be, if you were a little dark, you still had that really nice wavy hair. Do you mind like Lisa Turtle and Saved by the Bell and like all of those? And then you even had Black people when they were doing videos and rap videos, who was in the front?
The light-skinned girl.
Right? Even when you had groups coming out, when it was like all Black female groups, they would push for what they thought was prettier. They would push for the lighter skinned girls to be up front. Like you literally had that with Destiny's Child.
No, you can curse here.
You literally had that with Destiny's Child, right? She's the only one who was pushed really hard to the front because she fit that look. You have Rihanna, she fit that look. You literally have like and it stepped away from like what R&B used to be. Like used to have Toni Braxton, who had a really beautiful complexion, but they've just stepped away from that. And I am glad that we're going back to it because I love Issa's skin tone. I love Lupita Nyong'o's skin tone. Listen, when she won the Academy Award, I was like, yes, because there's so many of us, right? Like we're not just one tone. So I am really excited about that. And I want to see more diversity within us. And I also want our own community to stop doing that stuff where it's like, light is better than like dark skin. Your hair texture. I want a baby with good hair. I want to be with this man. I have Indian in my background. No, you're just Black.
Just say you're Black, please.
Just say you're Black.
One thing that comes to mind. This is definitely
straight in an iron.
One thing that comes to mind is I recently saw on Twitter. God, while I'm on Twitter. It was like a video of Rick Ross, an old video or whatever. And there was like two little Black girls next to him, one light skin, one dark skin. And he had the dark skin one say, "You ain't gonna never have that car you want, blah, blah, blah. You ain't gonna heaven and have nothing." And then he had the light skin girl say, "You can do anything you want."
Oh, no.
And then flash forward 20 years and he's all rich and famous. And guess who we got by his side?
The light skin girl.
And it's like with certain shit, it's like y'all niggas not even pretending to not be evil, nigga.
Right.
Like, there's even like a clip of him I remember that I would never forget about Rick Ross. That's why I kind of listen to his music right now.
Was it with the two?
Yeah, the two people that was auditioning. All right, there was a light skin one, there was a dark skin one. The light skin one had like the BBL, like like the shape and everything that the dudes usually go for, and she sounded terrible when she was singing or rapping. Her song sounded so bad.
I saw that clip.
Then somebody else, the dark skin one, had the same exact beat, and she sang over it, and it sounded beautiful. She had an amazing voice, and then he told the dark skin one, like, "Yeah, you're not gonna fit" or whatever, and then just got the one that sounded bad, and it's clearly because of looks. Like, because
you never seen that?
The other one had like a lot of talent, and the one that was light skinned sounded bad. Like, she was terrible, and he picked her over the one that could actually sing.
Talk about you ain't gonna fit.
Yeah,
not to be disrespectful, but you ain't gonna fit. Have fun.
Yeah, he was like, you don't have the look, like you don't have the, like it's just like, all right. So I was like, clearly.
Yeah, and I have to bring it back to just I'm watching the Saturdays clip, and clearly Marseille went and picked some beautiful melanin.
Yeah.
Like, I'm looking at there's a whole range, and it's gorgeous. Everybody's hair looks amazing. It looks good to see. So
the thing that the last thing I want to say, J.Cutt, you could go right after, and then that could be the end of this part in the week, because we do have a lot of other things. But one of the things that, kind of taking you back to what Des said, like quoting Issa, like reaching across, right? And one of the things that is a lesson that I see Marseille employing, that is something that I learned even doing what we do, is that we can no longer wait for other people to create spaces for us. We cannot wait for them to open the doors for us or to create productions for us, because I have done the whole auditioning thing and looking at the call sheet or the cast sheet, and that, like, you'll have 20 people. One is a Black woman and she's got an attitude, or she's I stopped looking at that stuff years ago, but it's like, we can no longer wait for that to happen. So we have to create those spaces for ourselves. It's what Issa's been doing. It's what Marseille's been doing. And I applaud her. And especially like seeing that she's got more, like, I mean, we need Black people, period. Right. We do need more of us. We need some of the darker skin, the lighter skin, the middle skin, all of the skins. We are a spectrum of people. We need more of us, period. But I do like that she is creating these spaces on, like, Disney Channel is like it's a huge kids. I mean, it's Disney Channel, Nickelodeon, and Cartoon Network, right? So she's like giving these girls these opportunities. I think the last dark skinned girl, and y'all could correct me if I'm wrong in the chat, that I saw on Disney Channel was Coco Jones. That was the last dark skinned girl I saw on there, and that was like a millennia ago, right? So I don't know if there's been one since Coco has been on Disney Channel. So I think that you have right here at the picture there's 3 right there, and what else grows from there? I'm excited, and we all need to do more of that, like creating our own spaces.
You're right.
No, that's true.
As a light-skinned individual, J.Cutt, what were you gonna say?
No,
Wait,
no,
I gotta hear this, Chelsea. You can't start with as a light-skinned individual then end there.
Yeah, what you saying, Chelsea?
I got cut at the knees, and I thought I should just give you the fine. As a light-skinned individual, I just feel like I have seen I've gotten this new thing from circles I've got in, like, just my closer circles, where they're like, I don't understand why there's so much hate towards the light-skinned folks. I'm like, baby, you need to realize your privilege and look around you.
Goofy,
Goofy, this ain't you, baby. But
no, I'm on your side.
I know you know. But just this just realize your privilege and pay it forward. Like, seriously, just the least you could do is just accept it. So it was never a problem for me, except I am never gonna be mad that I have privilege, but I'm never gonna be ignorant that I have it. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
So when I do, I pay it back to the people I know deserve just all the attention, love, and time.
Yeah.
Oh, I could keep going.
It's hard for me. It's hard for me.
I was gonna say as a supremely light-skinned nigga, I
Supremely.
But that was a light-skinned thing to say. Supremely.
That's what they called me. Like I was in a chat one time. I think it was some like kids who saw me on Call of Duty or something like that, and they say, "Are you prestige light skin? You supreme?" I'm like, "Damn, prestige." Because I got green eye. I'm like, "Damn."
No, like prestige in Call of Duty means like you surpassed the highest goal and then you did it again. Like
exactly. So I'm like, all right, whatever. Both my parents black, get off me. But
right.
100%, there's extreme privilege that comes with being lighter skinned. You know what I'm saying? I'll be the first to say it, and it's amazing that I have the opportunity to try to use my platform to do as Chelsea said, open the gates and platform everybody. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, man. I can go all day about that.
Clap on that because there's so many people who don't like. They really just don't get it, and like, thank you.
Own it.
I mean, it's the bare minimum. I think it's the bare minimum. So it's kind of hard for me to be like, thank you. You know what I'm saying? But I do appreciate
it. Being aware of it is so important. Being aware of it is so important, and then doing something about it. Yeah. Right? Mm-hmm. Because you have so many people who are aware of it and like they just don't do anything.
Yeah, exactly. Before anybody questions, yes, both of my parents are black. I just want just wanted to make sure that everyone here knows because you don't know. Like people.
That's true. We did it. We did it now.
But Jay, what?
I'm not gonna lie. I did think like, okay, maybe they're half, and that's okay.
Yeah.
That's okay. But for me, like. Because I grew up in a hair salon, literally, like every day after school from elementary school, I would go and I was in a hair salon the whole day. So I seen black women all the time. Yeah. I saw black women all the time. And I saw all different hairstyles and everything, in Philly. So it was like, to me, it's hard when I don't see it doesn't make sense to me to not see all colors of, especially black
on TV and on movies
in general. And even when I see like commercials or ads and things, and it's like a multicultural family, which I have nothing wrong with that because I actually prefer when I work in a company where I see all colors, and I'm a part of organizations when I see all colors as well. But when it's like, but where's the black mom and dad? They exist. There's a lot of those.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like my black mom and dad, I mean, they're not together, but they were very present in my life. So it's like, I think that's why That's So Raven was really powerful too, because I mean, she's not super dark skinned, but like the fact that she had two black parents, and it was a funny show that we all enjoyed. I think a lot of people enjoyed in the 90s. You know what I mean? So I think
it was good. It was funny
because you were able to see like, okay, this black family, you know what I mean, and not like,
and they weren't super dysfunctional.
Right. Exactly. I mean, she was a little dysfunctional, but that was just her as a.
She had psychic powers. She's a teenager. Okay, she's not dysfunctional, J.Cutt. She's a normal
parents were good parents.
I mean, every episode was the same problem.
That's true.
Right. Listen, teenage girls be like that. Okay,
that's true. It wasn't traumatic. It wasn't.
No, it wasn't. Right. It wasn't
no trauma.
It was normal. It was normal teenage stuff. Right. No, you're right about that.
So shout out to Marseille and Saturdays. It's coming. It's a roller skate. Well, we didn't even actually go into what that show's about. It's a series about roller skating besties. It's set to premiere Friday, March 24th on Disney Channel. Okay, hold on. Stream Saturdays. Because the thing that gets confusing to me is the fact that it's called Saturday. So I'm like, oh, is it going to be on Saturday? But no, that's the name of the show. Okay. It says you can catch it on Disney Plus as well, but it doesn't say when. So I guess we'll just wait for that for those of us who don't have cable and threw cable away. Like I did. So
I did.
Because I did like literally last week. They came last week and cable was gone. Shout out to, we did have a super chat that came through. Shout out to Jaden Whedon. Jaden said that boy got them knees. Now he did do this a long time ago, so I don't quite remember specifically who got the knees.
Out of context.
Way out of context. But shout out to you, Jaden. Lang. Shout out to you for the donation. We truly appreciate it. Okay. Next thing, Peter Pan and Wendy, which I guess Disney Plus is pulling a Netflix because this movie is coming out next month. and they didn't say not a word about it. I didn't even know it was coming out until.
It's because the color grading is so bad.
That part.
That
did you guys see the trailer? Did you guys see the trailer?
I saw the trailer. Tinkerbell is black, and I'm so happy.
I do like that.
I love that.
I like that she's black.
And she's gorgeous. And I'm this is the time when like sass is appropriate. I'm looking for that Tinkerbell good rich.
Because Tinkerbell is sassy already.
She is.
So it makes sense.
Right.
And I'm here for it.
She didn't speak. I was concerned about that. She didn't speak in the trailer. Movie comes out next week.
Tinkerbell doesn't speak.
She never speaks.
Well, okay. And I'm thinking of Hook. I'm thinking of Hook.
Yeah, you're thinking of Hook.
But the fact that they keep giving the black characters that don't speak. Okay, that's a side note because Little Mermaid don't speak half of the movie. But
which I saw she has a doll out. I'm buying the doll. Okay, of the Little Mermaid. The movie didn't come out.
You're gonna unbox it when you get it?
No, it didn't come out yet.
That's a good idea, Gigi. I totally will.
I want to see it.
How do you know she doesn't talk most of the movie though?
Because Little Mermaid.
Because Little Mermaid doesn't talk.
She had a curse put on her where she couldn't.
I thought they were doing in the Disney version because she talks all through that. They're doing it from the original version.
The Disney version, she doesn't talk either.
She doesn't talk in Disney either.
She talks, but when the curse happens, she.
You mean after she like?
That's what I mean. After Ursula.
Yeah,
after Ursula.
Yeah, they're not silencing her. It ain't a frog situation like
because she has body.
Like an animal, a random animal.
We're pulling our way out. Things are changing
slowly but surely.
Slowly, but we're coming out from animal to silence.
And this is what, like, side note, it's wild. It is wild that it's like, hey, okay, so we're a person now, but then he was a cat, for the majority of the movie. So it's like we're waiting for. Can we just be a person?
Can we just be for the whole movie?
Right.
For the whole movie.
I feel like once we accepted The Lion King as a black movie, they were like, well, they don't care if they're not really in it. Because like I know a ton of people who are like, The Lion King is a black movie. I consider The Lion King a black movie.
Agreed.
That's true.
So I think
I never thought of it otherwise.
I never thought. Yeah, it took place in Africa.
Right.
Y'all know who made the intro song for Lion King?
Lady you try it. You say it. Lady
Me. I made it.
Y'all.
They need the lady from her.
You mean the opening? The
opening, yes.
Oh.
So, yeah.
That ain't her.
Y'all, it's Elton John.
I knew it.
Yeah. Elton John made it.
That sounds problematic.
So what had happened was they were inspired by the tribe in Africa, right? Yes, and did you know what The Lion King, they made the music they heard their tribe, because it was like on some cassette tape they heard the actual tribe, used their music, then came back and was like, oh, we can give you a little change for this after the success of that movie.
Yeah, Elton John and Hans Zimmer. They were
Hans Zimmer.
Can we talk about Goofy movie though?
I was about to say, there's like 5 white men.
Goofy movie is a black movie.
Can I just put Yanni? Yanni said Zootopia is also a black movie, and
I agree with that.
I agree with that.
I don't know about that.
Really?
I agree with that.
Zootopia is a black movie, but I do think that like it really picks up on the racial issues.
It does. It ain't black though.
But it ain't black.
I don't think
Nick
is black.
Don't remind me of black people.
Black.
The rabbit doesn't remind me of a black person, and the fox doesn't.
Oh, so the carnivores are black?
Racism. Here we go.
See, this is what I'm talking about. Plymouth Rock.
Listen.
Land on us. We landed on Plymouth
Rock. Him and that other fox, the one that was pretending to be a baby, and they was riding around.
That's some more Philly right there.
It was giving. I don't know. It was giving. It was. I don't know.
We are not going to sit here and say Zootopia is a black movie. This is not Color Purple.
Listen, I saw similarities.
It's about police brutality.
There was black people in Zootopia.
There was black people.
Representation was in Zootopia.
The spirit.
I take that.
The spirit. For sure. The spirit.
They were animals, okay?
Yeah.
I totally want to do an episode of like, what are we claiming? You know, what are we claiming? Is
What's
that
black? What's not black? We can do it.
Welcome back to the
Cotton
media
front
black
and
draft.
Ants is black, Bugs Life is
movie
white.
black
These are two
draft.
different.
Draft. Who
When
we
the
taking
Asians got
with us?
Wu-Tang Clan. Oh,
Oh,
my
yeah,
god.
yeah.
That was fire.
We got to do it. We got to do it. We got to do it. All right. So Peter
Moving
Pan.
on.
I will say this: are you guys? It's coming out next month. You, yay or nay? You're planning to see it? Not planning to see it?
I just want them to let us be able to see her. That color grading
Yeah.
is terrible.
That wasn't. Every
was
time we
very
see her,
Like,
it was
if y'all
like.
gonna show her. Like, can we see her?
Yeah.
I agree with that.
It's supposed to be a bright, colorful movie.
Everything else is very beautiful.
You
So
said
why
it
was
looked like
she
a real
so
cell phone?
What
dull?
race is Peter Pan in this movie?
I don't even
He's
know.
Asian.
I think he's
forgot.
South
He's
Asian.
white.
He's South
Is he
Asian.
Asian?
No, just
South
joking.
Asian. Yeah.
I think he might be South Asian.
Because I see that they tried to go like super.
I can't really tell because it does look a little.
Yeah,
I can't really tell.
What the grainy is
he's,
going on?
he's definitely not just a Caucasian little boy. He's something. But I
He's got a
also
little something in
noticed
there.
they tried to do diversity with the genders too, because
I
a
did
lot of
like that a
boys
little
aren't
bit.
all boys.
Yeah.
Right. And they
Mhm.
actually pointed that out. She's like, "You're not boys," and they were like, "So."
Right. They were cute. They were cute.
That was cute.
I do hope that the movie is good, right? Because especially when you make a lot of these changes, we have that fight against, and I hate this word now because they've taken it, but the woke agenda. Yes, woke
I
thing.
assume whenever
Right.
somebody is saying woke, they really
Yeah.
want to say the N word. That's what y'all
They
want.
do.
Oh,
They
yeah.
wanna say-
I feel like that's
The
what it
minute
is.
Yes, hitting it on the-
DeSantis
hitting it on
made
the nail
the
now.
woke act,
Yeah,
and
they'd be
gave
like,
it an
"Oh, you're
acronym.
woke."
I was
Just
like,
take it as your race.
He's
Ninja,
so
you just heard the word
hard.
yesterday.
I hate that
Like,
so
So hard
much.
on just like his dislike of black people. Just say that. You know what I'm saying?
Yes,
Just say
just
you
say, I
don't
don't
like
like
black
black
people.
I would
do
respect
like
you so
your
much
mentor
more.
did. He said that we are nothing but thugs and all sorts of stuff. Do
Huh.
that. I would rather
Yeah,
you just do
say
that.
Flat out.
And say
Just
like,
flat
oh,
out.
That instead of saying woke.
I
Yeah,
like
that's
black
fine.
people, but I just don't want, certain mindsets and agendas to be snuck in. Half of you will lie, okay? Because they
You
do that
can't
for the
say, "I
French
like black
history,
people,
American
but."
history, but you don't
Yeah.
care about none of that. Let's move off of Florida. I live here. So Peter Pan, we may or may not see it. Haunted Mansion, which when I
Gotta see
heard the
it.
Haunted Mansion was getting a reboot. This is essentially a reboot, right? A remake.
Yeah.
I don't know what it is. Or
I originally was like, do we need one? But then I saw the trailer and I'm like, I
trailer
actually
was
like
like,
it.
okay,
Yeah,
now
I think I want
I'm
to see it.
feeling it.
Yeah, after I saw the trailer, I was like, "What's his name? Is in
Lakeith
it?" Okay,
Stanfield
yeah, I was
There's some
like,
good
and
"Let's see."
Owen
faces.
Wilson.
Yeah.
I'm like,
Weird.
he does.
I
but
like-
it was funny. It was funny.
I like that Disney's doing the whole Disney ride movies because this is a Disney ride movie,
Mhm.
like they did.
Jungle Cruise.
Jungle
I almost
Cruise.
said
I
Tropic
didn't see
Thunder.
it though.
What's it called?
Tropic Thunder.
Tropic Thunder definitely was not it.
I would definitely go to Disney if they had a Tropic Thunder
I'm
ride.
sure that was Disney.
Thunder
Disney
Mountain.
adjacent.
Are you thinking of Thunder Mountain?
No, he said it. What was the other one?
Jungle Cruise.
Pirates of the Caribbean. Is that
Pirates-
what
yeah,
you're trying
Pirates
to
of the
say?
Caribbean
Or
was
Jungle
no,
Cruise?
Rock.
With the Rock. The
Which
Rock.
mountain?
Jungle
Which
Cruise.
mountain?
Jungle
With the Rock.
Cruise.
With the
Which
Rock.
Jungle
Jungle
Cruise?
Cruise. Jungle Cruise.
Jungle Cruise. That's
Jungle Cruise.
Oh,
Y'all had it 3
I
times. in a
said
row.
Tropic Thunder. It's the same thing. It's practically the same thing. That's the thing about it.
You know what? I didn't see Jungle Cruise.
are not
Okay.
the same thing.
It's the same exact movie. But I do like that they're doing the
Maybe.
things. And I've been on the ride when I was a kid and a little older, and they kind of took things from the ride and put it in this movie for the Haunted Mansion,
Mhm.
and it looked kind of cool. So I'm like, I'll watch it.
Did
The Eddie Murphy one was
do this
good.
movie? Okay, that's what I thought.
Yeah.
That was the older one. Yeah.
And Raven Simone did the song for that movie. I remember that.
I think it's
Eddie
interesting
Murphy
they
movie?
picked
Very
a black cast.
Yeah.
No,
Yeah, she re-sang Superstitious from
Oh,
goodness.
Stevie Wonder.
Stevie Wonder. Stevie Wonder,
Yeah.
yes.
for
I
the
remember that.
Disney Channel music video.
Yeah, because they was dropping those back. See, I really wanted to be on. All I'm doing is being pulled back to how I really wanted to be a Disney Channel.
Disney Channel kid.
star.
I think we all wanted to be a Disney Channel kid.
Yeah.
Girl, my
Okay.
mama had me singing and dancing for them directors
Oh,
growing up. You right, we all did.
We all
You
did.
wanted to
Okay.
be
I just wanted to go
it.
in
You wanted
double dare. That's all I wanted to do.
That was I was
Come on,
not one of
Double
those
I
kids.
Dare.
remember Double Dare.
I was not trying to double
That
no
was fun.
dares.
That was me
He
too.
said not me.
I wanted to be on Guts, but I
Fun.
wasn't athletic enough. Like I knew I wasn't gonna
Guts was
win.
fun.
What
yeah.
was the
that
name
the
of that
pyramid?
one game show that they had with the
Legend of the Hidden Temple?
That's the one I wanted to be on.
That one scared me. I used to be scared.
It used to scare me too, but I was like, I was about it. I wanted to be on that.
I never was able to catch it. Like when it aired, I feel like that was never a time I could watch it.
Did you ever watch Where in the World is Carmen Sandiego when they used to have their show?
Yes.
I love that show.
I ain't gonna lie, bro. I thought I was a Disney Channel kid, but I apparently I am not because I'm like, what shows are these?
No, that was mostly Nickelodeon. We just said.
Yeah, that was Nickelodeon or like Fox.
Yeah. I thought you were saying you like these shows because you're a Nickelodeon kid, right?
No, those are because I don't think Disney Channel outside of like the summer games thing. I don't think they really had like a games show.
Not games, but did you watch Toon Disney though?
Yes. Oh yes.
What
the lineup with Chip and Dale,
two people. Okay.
I
have cable growing up.
Chip and Dale.
The
Rescue Ranger. Chip and Dale.
Okay. On, like, after school.
I loved it. Tailspin and Goof Troop was my. Goofy is
the show.
We have to do the draft.
Goofy is a black show / movie.
Goofy is yes.
For sure, yeah.
Yes. I thought Eye to Eye, yes.
Is it because he's a single dad? Is that why it's a black movie?
Okay, no, we were not.
Call him out. Call him out.
I can't relate to this because like I didn't realize how real that stereotype was until I got him out.
That was not my intention.
It was not. You're right. Fair though, the mom passed away.
Thank you, Dad.
Didn't leave.
That was not a single dad.
Yeah, she passed away.
The soul of that movie was black, man.
The soul is black. The characters are white.
I like how
like
we retracted that.
Not like Zootopia.
I'm still calling it a black movie though. For the record, I'm calling it a black movie. I'm claiming that.
Yeah, this movie's a black movie.
First of all, okay, they had Tevin Campbell. They had a Michael Jackson cameo. They almost they was about to hire Prince to do the song. Yeah, it's a black movie. Let's get it together.
Yeah, but at least they wanted to use this to make this movie, and it apparently did well. You know. Yeah. So, someone asked which station did Recess come on? Recess would come on Disney. That was Disney.
And Saturday. Well, one Saturday morning.
Which is ABC by Disney.
It was yeah. Remember, Disney owns everything.
ABC.
Now they do.
So was it on Disney Channel first?
It was on Disney Channel
on one Saturday
morning first.
Yeah. Because I think on Nickelodeon you had like Rocko's Modern Life, All Real Monsters, Rugrats.
That's told by Ginger.
Gritty, goofy looking cartoons.
Listen, don't hate. Okay. I loved Rugrats. I wanted Reptar. Okay.
However,
I remember trying to Reptar.
Those parents were not responsible.
No, hello, they were
not even a teeny bit.
Right.
They should have lost their children.
Their children are. It's God saved them children because they would have died.
Y'all thought Susie wasn't there like that. Susie wasn't on every episode.
No,
Susie wasn't doing none of that.
Yeah,
she was at home.
Susie wasn't playing damn one of them games.
And Susie was not. Yeah, you're right. I really love how they portrayed Susie.
She did. She wasn't like extra.
Not at all. She has.
But she was smart. She was clever. And she was kind. She was not Angelica.
Did anybody ever interview the creators for Rugrats? Because we should have. We should.
I don't know.
I want to know how they approach. Yeah, how did they approach making Susie's family? Because that's not the stereotype
it's not. They did a really good job.
That's a whole nother podcast right there.
For Disney or Nickelodeon? Because
Nickelodeon.
Rugrats.
Yeah, for Susie.
They probably looked at the Cosbys. I'm not even trying to be funny, but that's probably where they got that from.
I think so.
Yes,
because
then my wife,
the Cosbys shaped a lot of like black families on sitcoms in the 90s.
Yeah, like speaking kind of going good. My Wife and Kids is one of my favorite family sitcoms. That show is
The Family Matters.
And it's also very positive.
What was Robert Townsend's show with his family?
Parenthood. All of those shows. Yeah. It was all modeled.
I think that's why I like Blackish as well. Did you guys like Blackish?
I really liked Blackish.
Watched it at first because I didn't like the
Goofy.
name. And
Yeah.
I felt I'm sorry, but
I really like Blackish.
Wait, Dad, you
I
didn't.
haven't seen it yet.
I
I'm gonna
did
watch
say
it.
no.
Racism in this room.
It
I
felt
never
like they
watched.
named the show
what kind of
unironically.
name is that? Like,
That
are
is-
they
I-
kind of black?
That
I do
honestly,
agree with
that is the reason why I didn't even watch it.
I do agree with that.
I didn't like the name.
Black-ish.
Yeah, I
Like,
didn't
To me,
like
to
that.
me,
I
when
do
I
agree.
watched the episodes, I didn't watch a whole lot. So take it with a grain of salt. It
Right.
felt like Black people TV for
For
white people.
people.
You know what I'm saying? And I'm like,
Which
You
is
got
why
a point.
Blackish.
I'm not mad at
It's
it.
not
There-
all
there,
the
was
way.
there was definitely some stuff that Black people could.
Can I say I only
was
watched
definitely,
it because
you
I
know-
really like Tracy Ellis Ross a lot.
Yeah.
Oh, I love
Yeah.
her.
love her.
Rainbow,
watched it for her.
I love
I
Rainbow.
just love her
I
so
loved
much.
Rainbow.
you
And then
watch
Lawrence
Netflix?
Fishburne as
Jennifer
the
Lewis,
father,
too. Right.
Jennifer Lewis as the mother.
Yeah.
Like, listen, Dion
Tina
Cole,
Turner's
even though he was
mom?
crazy,
Yeah.
I really like Blackish. It was really funny, and I think that he used that that slot to really talk about some pressing
for
Black
sure.
matters,
For sure.
and
But
could
Goofy
you
I
Dude's
think
got a
I
point.
think a lot
Hit
of
it on the
times it
head.
was like an
It's,
fu to
it's a Black show for white people to kind of understand lightly
What's
Black
going on?
culture. What's
Yeah,
going
that's
on
what
in
it
our
feels-
world? Because
yeah,
a lot of
that's
stuff
what
they're
it
talking
felt
about,
like
like
to
we
me.
as Black
We
people
know it wasn't like
You don't need
we
to give us
know.
the clip notes. We survived it.
but
We
white
did
people were watching it, so then they're kind of like,
Oh, I can empathize with you now. Oh,
Right.
Really?
now. You should
Well,
have been.
maybe not the empathy, but maybe just a little understanding. I think
Understanding.
the
Yeah.
empathy,
That's the word.
we're asking too much, but
Yeah.
a little. We're not asking too much, but we're expecting because
Expecting,
asking,
yeah.
yes, we want them,
Yeah.
but
No, I hear you.
they're
on that.
not gonna
True, very
really.
true.
I
Yeah.
would rather
Not from a
white
show.
people watch
No.
Blackish and try to get an understanding of us than them watch the Boondocks and think they have an understanding of us.
Thank
Because
you.
that
Thank
is
you.
an issue.
So that's
that
why
is
I
an
didn't
issue.
really watch the Boondocks like that.
Yeah.
Oh,
For
but
the,
Boondocks
for the
was
reasons you didn't
hilarious.
watch Blackish, I felt like
Boondocks was hilarious.
It was
okay?
good.
That-
Hold on.
but
I
it
got
was-
a boom.
I can have some
I feel
awkward
that
times.
though.
another-
I feel that, Jay.
Real
I feel
recognize
that.
You
real, and
understand
you
what I'm
looking
saying? Yeah, I
kind
feel
of
that. I feel
unfamiliar. It's my favorite line from Boondocks. Okay?
And I thought the show was funny and I liked the art style and all that. But that was
Sometimes
the
it was
reason I
too
was
much.
kind of like,
Yeah.
I understand because I can't stand Uncle Ruckus, and I side eye every one of my white friends who loves that character because I'm
Yeah.
like, but why do you like?
that's
him
not
like
the one
that?
you're supposed to like.
That's not.
I
the
get
one
it
you're
though.
supposed to
I
like.
get it though, because that's how I feel with like the Chappelle show when it came out. Like I couldn't really I couldn't
with
really
See,
get
Gigi,
into it
you
like
and I?
that.
You and I? Yeah,
We're
thing-
here. We're
We got it.
here.
we're here.
There
I
were
don't know,
some
for me-
skits that I didn't like, and then there were some skits that I could relate to because I knew people like that in my life,
Right.
and I
Mhm.
thought was really funny. But like the one
Like
where he
Clayton
was supposed-
Bigsby. Clayton
the
Bigsby. That's
the
that one.
Yeah, the one where
That's
he was
the
like
one.
a blind racist.
Yeah,
Oh
Yeah.
yeah.
Because
But I
he didn't
thought
know
that
that
was Clayton
for
Bigsby.
me,
That one to me was
Clayton
actually
Bigsby.
funny because it was
I
Yeah,
thought it was
it's
funny
like-
too.
I think it's
But there
really
were
goes
some
on
other
to the
skits that-
excuse my French for because we don't really talk about this on this podcast, but the coon mindset, this
Yeah.
aspect of like how they're better and who they're marrying, like
Mhm,
all your
mhm.
life, and then it kind of fast forwards to the Jay-Z song. Still, it don't matter what you do, you still, So
Mhm.
I feel like that was such a great thing.
He
All right, so
divorced
hold
her
on.
at
Move-
the end, which was
Speaking
funny
of-
to me.
Black movies, The Blackening. Okay.
Now,
I'm here for it.
Yeah.
Oh,
it's all niggas too.
No.
That's crazy.
I'm
I
so
think
here
this is
for it.
perfect.
I'm here for,
So,
but didn't see the
I
trailer.
wanna
but I
Jay
saw
and Gigi.
information.
I saw the
y'all-
trailer.
So
I need
yeah,
it.
do y'all want to see this?
What is
Yes.
that?
I just
An
want to
action
see it
movie?
because I want to see.
We can
it
actually run the
survive.
trailer now.
Oh,
Run the
yes,
trailer.
please.
Yeah, run the
Let's do
trailer.
it.
Look like an
Thank you, 'cause I
anime,
really
but
wanted
for
to watch
black
it.
people. You know what I'm saying?
I'm
Because I love how I seen the post and it said you can't kill all. What is it?
You can't kill all of us.
It look like
Oh,
Tekken
yeah,
or
or
some
something
shit.
like
They
that.
finna
And I
make
love
it
that.
In
some
a
martial arts?
normally in scary movies, when there's one of us, they kill us.
gone.
Except for LL Cool J, he survived every horror movie.
Hold
he's
on,
in.
I was just, and I'm glad you went there. Hold on, real quick. I'm glad you went there, Des. But who died at the beginning? Samuel L.
Samuel.
Jackson.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
No, but
One had it in their contract, and the other
There
one
must
didn't.
always
somebody
be
still
one.
had to, a black guy still had to
Because
die
he
first.
survived in
It's like
Anaconda.
scary movie.
But the
too.
House of Haunted Hill, Tay Diggs didn't die. He made it to the end
Yeah,
with the
he
money.
didn't make it to, but they died because they were sitting out there on a ledge. Wasn't
Don't
nobody
say
coming
that.
to
Don't say that. Because they made it
Dang,
with the
there's
money.
no
They were
hope.
outside the house. It was the right time. They made it. They made it.
That's hilarious. Okay, run the trailer. Run the trailer.
Exciting.
Oy.
Already, yes, from that lady.
Grace
This
Byers.
remix in the bag.
reunion about to crack. We got the whole crew back.
Really, bitch? A cabin in the woods? Now let's get it all in perspective for all y'all enjoyment.
You still slave to white man?
A lot of
I'm
sugar.
my wife and white man, all right?
Newness, here's the anthem. Put your hand up that you should win.
That's what we do on Juneteenth.
Oh, hell no.
Where are you going?
Look for the fuse box.
What kind of house is this?
No, thank you.
The blackening?
Whoa! To the bag. You're already wrong.
Right.
What
Burning.
do you mean, save Morgan?
Refuse to play, and she dies.
I think we have to play the game. In your predicament, the black character is always the first to die. I will spare your lives if you sacrifice the person you deem the blackest.
The blackest?
Nobody should judge anybody in here, right?
You have 2 minutes to decide.
See, Nika, she say nigga the most.
Nigga.
See? I'm gay.
Oh, Clifton. Yeah.
I can prove I'm not the blackest.
Prove it.
I've never seen Friday. I voted for Trump.
What? Get him out.
We need a plan.
I'm saying, don't you dare.
I don't know they friends.
Don't say this dumb shit.
We have to split up.
Oh,
Your
man.
time has run out. It's time to die.
Danny said, voting for who?
That face.
There's a crazy person out here hunting us.
That
Put Rosa Parks in your shirt, right? Would she be sitting down right now?
I mean, that's exactly what she did.
Made you look. Made you look.
Why black women gotta save everyone all the damn time?
Oh, made you look.
You stop playing.
I love that.
I got a gun.
That's to DMX. What are you doing?
Oh, I enjoyed that.
Here for it.
I will be watching.
Yeah.
I might even
I'm
go
excited.
this year.
Yeah, I ain't gonna lie. That's like a must watch. I gotta watch it.
Yeah, it's
for
like
sure.
I'm gonna be
it's giving me
stronger than
scary
the rest
movie
of
without
y'all.
being so raunchy.
How many
Nah.
of you would go to a cabin in the woods?
Never.
No.
I
Well,
have.
okay, hold on.
Actually have.
Wait,
I say never.
Wait, go ahead and finish. Go ahead and finish because I'm not gonna lie. I did as a group thing. I wanted
Right,
to
see,
go to
it's
the cabin.
circumstantial.
I went to the woods without the cabin. I was in a sleeping bag. I'm in
No.
Can't do it.
That's I have to leave.
Ford tough
You
out here.
right.
God
Hell
damn.
yeah. Camping is strong, bro.
They were wrong for even going down there and open up that box. They were wrong.
What,
from the
I don't
beginning.
know why they touched the box. That's what
Let's
I
just
was
start
like. I was
there.
like, we wouldn't have touched the box. We would have just
No,
turned around
no.
and
But
left.
I saw them red balloon looking
I-
lips. I'd have left.
Right.
Why is it even in the? Why is it there? That what?
See, that
Here's
room
my
should've
thing.
been
I'll
discovered
give a
before they even
movie
started
a
playing games.
few little stupidities. But if the whole thing is stupid, but this one looks good. But like I'm talking about regular horror
But
movies.
it's a comedy. I think there's
This
gonna
is a
be.
comedy. This is different. But like a
there's
regular
more
horror
grace.
one, like
Satire.
I'll give
Yeah.
you a little bit because you like if they didn't touch the box, we wouldn't have a movie. So I get it.
Right.
But like, I'll give you a
Well,
little
and she
bit.
was like, I
Villainous.
think we have to play the game. I would have been like, no, we don't.
No, we don't.
Right.
Yeah,
What
no,
about
it was-
Morgan?
it was-
You gonna let Morgan
It
die?
was her or them,
Hey,
and it's gonna
look.
be her every
Thoughts and
time.
prayers.
She the one that needs to die.
Somebody gotta get sacrificed.
You gonna put on a
gonna be her.
t-shirt? That's what you
And
said,
I'm gonna
honey?
go home.
I'm not
right.
sure why she
You
was
get
there
that
by
spray paint
herself
t-shirt
in
from the
first
mall?
place.
Right, the
Let's
airbrush.
triage this. Let's triage this. First of all, how
Let's
did
up,
she
right?
even get trapped? See, that was her fault.
That
That's
was
her
her
fault.
bad. Why
She
would you
gotta
go
go.
to a cabin in the woods by yourself?
Why are we even
Where's
there?
everybody
Ever.
else?
She was trying to prep and make sure the guest was comfortable.
GG.
Well, I wouldn't do that. I would wait till everybody was put together.
Yeah, right.
I wouldn't even
That's
be there.
PT
I would
time.
pull
That's
up,
what's
and if there were no more cars there, I would back right the fuck back out.
Right. Hello?
Oh my
I don't
god.
know if you noticed, most horror movies are not in a big city. So that's where you need to be.
Exactly.
If you're trying
That's
to be
true.
safe.
That's true.
See, this
Except
just
zombie
wouldn't be my
movies. That's the
problem.
only problem.
So I don't. How many of y'all knew about Juneteenth before like 2020?
Oh,
I was gonna say, like, what year are we talking about?
Like
I would
before-
say,
Not when
I
was
would say
little.
I learned about Juneteenth. I'm gonna say 2018. 2018 is when I knew about it.
So I was raised up on Juneteenth because I was in Texas, and that was just like that was just it was like knowledge, like
Wow.
everybody knew that. So yeah, it's cool that more people are learning about it or they know about it now. So I'm kind of like skeptical because I'm like, so why are we releasing this like right now?
June 16th. It's coming out June 16th.
Oh, you
Well,
know
who's
why.
I know.
Who's the director?
And they even yeah. I need to look at the. I remember
the question.
I forgot the names, but I think they're all like black or black adjacent cast directors. But like personally in my mind, I know they're celebrating like Juneteenth in the movie, and I have no problem with black media, around black holidays. But I'm like, why did it have to be like
This
the
kind of
caricature?
movie,
Yeah.
Agreed.
I was I like funny though. I do. But I'm a little more skeptical because of that.
To me, the movie I don't have an issue with. I have issues with like the ice cream that came out for the Juneteenth. Like,
bro, are the fucking the napkins?
It's like
mac and cheese for me.
Like, I don't, it's just not necessary. But to me, this is like an exception.
I typically don't like horror and comedy together. Like it's okay. I like it when it's like Get Out, where it's like
it's
sprinkles, because that's how you know like a black person did it. We get nervous, we start making jokes and shit.
Thank you, Des.
I like the sprinkles, but
no, I don't.
I like this.
I didn't consider Get Out a comedy.
No. Get Out. I didn't say it was a comedy. There were sprinkles of comedy in it. It loosened up the tension because without those sprinkles for a black audience, that is strictly a terrifying movie.
Exactly.
So there were sprinkles to like lighten it, and I appreciated that.
It was really scary,
despite the fact that I don't like horror and comedy to like. I'm not a big scary movie person. I like my horrors horror. And I like my comedy, but like this mix, I can mess with this mix. I like the way it's
I like
presented.
horror comedies because horrors terrify me. Like that's the point, though. From well, they're very successful, and some people like to do that just for fun. And I'm not one of those people.
I'm not one of those people either.
So like when I watched Insidious, it had me afraid of red lights at night for a long time. When I watched,
I'm still traumatized from Final Destination.
Final
Destination, to this day.
That's a scary movie.
If your car in front of me is too complicated,
I'm on a truck, I'm in the next lane. The other thing is, ever since that movie, it was the second one, right? When there's a water bottle, I try to make sure that water bottle is secure in that cup holder or somewhere else. It ain't in the front. You ain't getting into my brakes. Okay?
And if anything falls, anything, I'm terrified. I'm like, I'm about to die. Final Destination. Ladders. I don't play games with the ladders.
None.
The fire escape. Making sure the fire escape don't fall down on you.
Yeah.
When you guys watched Get Out, because this was my immediate reaction when they pulled up and then all their help was black. I immediately was like, oh no, I would not be staying there.
Yeah.
What was your reaction when you first saw it? Because they made a point that he noticed that all the help was black. And immediately I would have been like, oh no. This doesn't even feel right.
Same. I gotta say, and I hope y'all have seen. Everybody in chat, I hope you've seen Get Out by now. But like the whole point was that it was just like a lot of nobody prepares for a whole like entrapment situation with somebody you're romantically engaged with. Like this is the person you think you're supposed to trust. So I think just from that, I can allow that subversion of security or doubt because he's just gonna go meet his family's. His family. I mean, his girlfriend's family.
I think I'm too paranoid.
Prior to this movie, but I think after this movie, a lot of people are probably
before the movie.
Before
the movie.
I don't know if I would have backed out, but I would have said to her, "Why are the people?
Maybe
we might have gone out to eat instead of staying there to eat.
I would have stayed maybe one night, and then I would have left in the morning. I got work in the morning. I can't.
But this was weird that this is the first time you're meeting the family. Like if you're already,
it seems
engaged.
I just don't care.
I feel like you
I can't remember. Are they engaged?
That's not what it is.
Nothing that you're saying.
I'm sorry, Otaku. What'd you say?
I was just saying.
You said were they engaged?
No, were they engaged? Because it just seems like we're all talking as far as this is the first time they're meeting them. So it's like, why?
That was
I don't think they were engaged.
I don't think
they weren't engaged.
They weren't engaged.
They were just together.
They've been dating for a minute. It's like you should have at least met them or seen them sometime. This shouldn't have been like a new introduction to them.
That was
like,
his first time meeting them.
That would be my thing. Like,
that was his first time meeting them. I would have had an issue with you not telling me this when we pulled up. And I know my first thing, and I don't know about y'all, but I immediately would have called one of my friends and been like, girl. and she would immediately have been like, "Get the fuck out of there," and that would have been it for me. Like I just,
The movie title would have been "Got Out," not "Get Out."
Get out.
I mean, that movie
didn't go. How about that?
It was kind of a shot to like dating white women, and then on top of that, like just negrophilia. Like people just wanted to wear your skin, like literally.
Yeah.
So
To a wild degree. Jazz, what you're gonna say? You're gonna say something.
Oh, I was gonna say I would be mad at the partner because obviously these are your parents. This is your family.
Mm-hmm.
You know how they
that they
operate.
had these.
You knew. Oh, she did know.
Oh, she knew.
She did
Or
know.
whatever like that.
Yeah. I mean,
And
she was
then
complicit. Yeah.
you didn't tell me that
Right.
this is
So
how
now
your
I'm mad.
family's set up. So I would have been like, all right, it was cool. I said hi, hello, but I'm gonna go because they don't
That
like
part,
me.
right
They
after
don't
dinner.
like me.
dropping you off.
And I'm nothing that I
right.
say here is going to convince them that I'm anything but the help to them. Or I mean, it was kind of right in the movie, like because they was trying to use me for my body, for my organs, and stuff like that. They don't give a fuck about me. They don't
That
care.
skeleton
So
key
I
was
would go
going
home.
on.
It honestly felt like
So-
oddly familiar. I mean, I went to school. I mean, I grew up in LA, but I went to school in Orange County. So that's like the Florida of California.
Yeah,
I
it
went to
is.
college. I went to
You
college
tell us
in Orange County. I'm sorry, I ain't grow up out there. Let me just get that straight.
Goofy, did you get out?
Like how you have to make it clear.
Yeah, because like nigga, it's a difference to the level of niggotry. I definitely felt like even like when it was talking to the parents and like there's like this subtle, like it was masterful in that way. It was like this subtle uncomfortableness.
Oh yeah.
About just how he's talking about it. I'm sure. I mean, we were all familiar with it. You know what I'm saying? But like, just that just really rubbed me the wrong way. Like even when he was like talking to the parents and they were just like.
I voted
questions
for Obama.
and it's like, yeah. This is
like
I voted for
tell me
Obama
that?
and
Okay.
like it's like okay. It's like have you guys seen?
I actually went through
Atlanta?
that situation
Yeah.
I went to a karaoke night and it like where I went, it was like a bunch of old people and not just older people, but like old people. And they were they came up to me and they're like, who did you vote for? And they were like all angry. I was like, crap, I live in Florida. I don't know what's going to happen. I'm here by myself. And then I was like, Obama. And they're like, okay, good. Because we voted for him too. And I was like, okay, this is uncomfortable though.
weird?
Like, why'd you come to me like this? I don't understand.
Yeah.
Why did you come to me
Florida.
as if like
People
if
are
I
weird in
voted
Florida.
wrong, I'm the problem?
Yeah.
Like
Right.
who did you vote for? Like
That's what happened when I lived
why
in
are you
Korea.
coming at me with that level of heat? But then when I said it was Obama, you're like, oh, okay, you're one of the good ones. But like, wait, what? Like that's so confusing.
Like you were
When Trump
expecting
won,
otherwise.
When I
right?
was living in South Korea, I had a lot of people asking me, like South Koreans asking me, like, why is he president? Like, what did you know? And I was like, I can't speak for an entire nation of people.
Right.
You are America. Let us know.
Yeah. But I agree with you. I used to live in Florida. I used to live in Boca Raton, which is like you know what Boca is. It's yeah. And I remember
They got money in Boca.
Yeah, they got money, but they're all like these snowbirds, right? And so I remember when Obama first won, I worked in Meisner Park at a Starbucks. And I came out, and this was like after it had been like announced that he won. And this random white man ran up to me and he was like, "You did it. You guys did it." And I was like,
Sir, if you don't back the hell up,
right? Like it was just a very surreal
Right.
moment. And I was like, yeah, me by myself made sure he got into the presidency. Like
I
me
made
and
sure.
everybody, like
That
just,
stuff
it was
is-
just
However,
black
can I
women.
say
so awkward.
I did vote for him because he's black? I'm sorry. I
And
wanted to see a
anybody
black
and
man
anybody
there.
who makes you feel bad about that, they are
I
ridiculous.
did.
There are plenty of people who
Period.
voted for these white presidents because they were white. They looked like you.
Exactly.
There it
voted.
is. And I'm not saying Obama wasn't qualified. I'm just saying
Oh, he was very
well,
was
I
very
still would have picked
Comparatively,
him. I still would have
comparatively,
picked him.
though,
Yeah.
he was
Still.
incredibly
yeah.
qualified.
But I'm
Yeah.
glad. I wish I could have went back in my history or just in my past and said, you know what? I don't need to explain to you all the good reasons why he's black and I picked him.
Right.
Boom. That's
Yeah.
it. That's all you need. There you go. It's a good
Right.
enough reason. Because
All the other ones is white.
black
Why
lives.
can't we see what this one's gonna do?
I feel
Right.
weird about that only because like I don't like Kamala Harris. And I know like a lot of people are like, we gotta up her because she's a black female. She's the first black female. But like she's not really for the people. I don't feel like she's for the people.
There's not
so that's
there's not really a really. She's not.
Yeah. So
are any of them are? You know, like,
I feel like Obama and Michelle were for the people. I definitely feel like Obama and Michelle were for the people. I do not feel like Camilla is for the people. I got super mad when she sat up there and lied about her family celebrating Kwanzaa every year because I knew that was a lie.
And asked her what one of the days were.
And her white husband sitting beside her talking about something. Yeah, she was like, "Yeah, I just remember every year." I was like, "Okay, okay,
the teasing thing."
Yeah.
But go ahead. You were gonna say something goofy. What were you gonna say?
I was gonna say what we were talking about earlier. I think what bugs me is I feel like when white people do that, it's like a weird performance. You know what I mean? And it's like I don't know if y'all. And it's crazy because I think sometimes they know it's a performance, but they think it's like quirky. But it's just really weird and awkward. But also, I think sometimes they like when they came up to you, you did it. It's like a genuine thing, but it was like it's still weird as fuck. You know what I mean?
That's hella weird. You did it, Des. You did it. Yeah. You go, girl. That's all he had. You go, girl. Like that, just right after.
How do you respond to that? Like,
I would say this, and I'm not excusing the behavior because I do think sometimes it's pure racism. Yeah. Sometimes it's ignorance, and then sometimes it's like they sometimes really don't know that they're offended, like or how to be. Like they think, okay, if I say this, and then to us we're like, that ain't it.
I was gonna say bye, Jazz. Bye.
I think because most of what they get is from like on TV. You know what I'm saying? So it's like
that's
like
the problem.
Shallow understanding of blackness. You know what I mean? And I think that's ultimately what makes us feel like, oh, you don't really know me for real.
But
like,
to me, that's willful ignorance, right? Because there's no reason why you're able to learn all about fucking sports and the NFL and you know this and you know that, but you don't know about people who exist within your own country. Like to me, I know so much about white history that
we
I
also
feel
had
like
no choice.
We have to survive.
We didn't have a
right.
Let's talk about
it.
it.
You actually, this is what
the South.
This is why I'm saying,
and it's becoming even less of a choice now if you live in Florida.
I call it willful ignorance because you have the choice to learn and you don't.
I'm gonna revisit this on my end and come back to y'all next week on this just for like a quick spout because this was all of our lives.
And then I do want to touch on Last of Us episode 8.
Y'all gotta do
wild
that.
and crazy.
I got a dip. It was fun talking to y'all. Thank you.
Chelsea was lovely.
Hi, Chelsea. Bye, Chelsea.
Hey. She wasn't ready to stay for the heat for this.
Oh, she was dipped. She's gotta go. She gotta go. So Last of Us. I mean, amazing conversation. But the numbers are dwindling down because people gotta go. So I do want to jump into Last of Us episode 8. But we could do like a quick review of it at least. So kind of starting off, what we typically do is we say what our rating is out of like 10 for the episode specifically, and then a word or phrase that we think represents how we feel about the episode. So you could say like X out of 10 fireflies, and then your word or phrase. And that's essentially our non-spoiler review before we jump into like spoiling. So Goofy, we'll start with you.
Oh man, that's great. I would give it a 9 out of 10. And my phrase would be got that dog in them.
Gigi?
I'm definitely thinking 10 out of 10. 10 out of 10. I think my phrase is, no, I believed him. That's it.
Okay.
Hey. Hanif?
I'll go in the opposite direction. I think it was more of a 7.5 out of 10.
Get out.
The door.
How dare you not like Armenia?
I see a window there. I'm sure there's a door. Pick whichever.
7.
Wow.
He said a 7.
And it's, I mean, again, we're not without spoiling detail. I guess with my phrase.
Right. What's your phrase?
Left short changed.
Okay.
I'm curious about that.
I'm gonna say a 10 out of 10 for this episode. and burn it down to the ground.
Hello.
To the ground.
Okay, set fire. Des?
I'm
Burn it
glad
down
I
to
was
the
last because I don't watch the show. I have an irrational fear of anything that's zombie-ish and comes back to life and looks nasty. So I don't watch.
I understand. I understand.
I can't watch stuff like that. It gives me straight up nightmares, and I'm always the main character.
Oh, yeah.
So yeah, I don't watch.
So for me, it was a 10 out of 10. And I'm actually going to steal Treese, their quote. And it's, I am your father.
Oh wow.
That's the quote. That's the quote.
That is a great one, actually.
Did y'all get my quote?
No, say yours again. Because I didn't.
Say yours again?
No, I believed him. Y'all didn't catch that?
So what I
because they got
did
hella
get it.
silent. I was like,
no,
they didn't get it.
I was
I don't think they got it.
No, I did get yours.
We're thinking about all of ours.
I got it.
Well, I want to dive into yours in a second, but really quick, spoilers. That was our non-spoiler review. Spoiler alert. Okay, so this is the spoilers. You have been warned, all right? So, Gigi, for yours, I understood that as like that actor. I believed that actor lives that life because he like acted. He should never get an award, but he definitely acted his butt off on who he played in that episode.
That was not it, Christine.
The teacher preacher. Then what's yours? What is explain?
That was from spoiler. That was when Joel came through and asked the guy to point out where Ellie was going to be at on the map.
Oh,
and
I forgot about that part.
And he said the same thing that he said to the native couple.
The
was
native
like,
family.
If it's different, I'm gonna come and
kill
get you.
Right.
And then the guy was like, here, and then he went to
town.
Yeah.
Went to the friend and he was like, he was telling the truth. He was like, no,
I believe him. You're right. That quote. I can't unremember that guy and everything he did. That teacher preacher.
Oh
okay.
yeah.
Disgusting.
Disgusting.
First
so okay, go ahead, Jacob.
I mean, the whole show has been phenomenal, but I feel like, in my opinion, this episode kind of solidified why this show is just so groundbreakingly delicious. Okay, like it's just so good, and this episode to me was the definition of why it's so good.
I mean, I agree. Yeah, I feel like it was paced perfectly too. Like, I feel like the episode, I was like, damn, so much has happened. I feel like I'm so engaged, and I look at the time, it's like, nigga, it's only 15 minutes in. What the they finna wrap all this shit up in one episode, and I'm not even mad because it's all going so well. You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah,
that episode. Great. So, Hanif, you had said that you were you felt like it didn't go well. Go ahead and.
I guess
right. Let's hear it.
My source is obviously the game. So as playing a game, I'm looking for things, Easter eggs, and how the game lines up. So it matches somewhat perfectly to the game. I wanted more. Like I wanted to see more of as you play the game, Joel looking for her through the town, the snow driven, that little bit aspect. That's why I
didn't like that part in the game.
I can't say it's a 9 out of 10. I think to me the perfect episode was episode 3. The perfect episode was them getting out. I think it's episode. This is 8, so I guess episode 6 when they actually get out and Henry has to get popped. I think that was those to me were the 2 perfect episodes. Like, but this one I felt like
6
I just wanted more.
Hurts my heart.
That was
I wanted to see more of Joel navigating and just his ruthlessness. I just wanted to see more of it. That's
It wasn't about Joel. It wasn't an episode.
It is.
Thank you. And I love him
Ellie
as a character.
and her ruthlessness.
But Ellie really. Well, I didn't even really like her throughout the whole thing until this episode.
Agreed.
Like, I didn't like her, but I just didn't have that. I was
she didn't connect.
I actually liked her. I've liked her throughout the series. I did episode 7 we talked about last week. I didn't really believe it wasn't really and I watched somebody who did a comparison clip and I felt like in the game they had more chemistry than in the show when you saw it in the show. But that aside, for this episode, can we talk about Joel on Joel? I was like, is there going to be a Joel on Joel moment? Because Troy Baker I was like, not the every time, even though that was like a savage scene, they're about to cut her up to eat her. But I'm like, the new Ellie with the old Joel, as Frank the Hatchman buries it in his neck. It was like, ooh.
Yeah, that was wild. One thing
I did
will
like
say,
how if you do know the game, I think the scene that was like so like wow, it really felt like I was watching game was the fire scene, and in the bar it was like wow, like that's how they, you know, it felt it really matched nicely. And he had a different scariness about him in this. The father,
I called that ish. I called that ish when he said I had because he was creepy throughout most of it, right? But the minute he said that I've like when he said that something about like I could tell the fire in you, I was like, oh, this man. No, before that, the conversation before that, he had said something, and I was like, he's creepy when he said that. Oh, he came to God after. I was like, he said he was a teacher. Now he's a preacher. There's a correlation I'm not liking right now. Okay. And then I was like, he sounds off. He seems like one of those cool, calm guys. And there was a moment he was talking. I was like, just yelling at the screen, I will not get in your van. I will not eat your candy. I just had that vibe. And then when he said I was violent before, I was like, this man's a raper and a murderer.
He was already
it's giving black phone
from the beginning.
Yeah. One thing to what Hanif was saying, and he felt like it wasn't as true to the game. I guess that's what I'm saying. Yeah. And I think that Neil Druckmann actually in his interview said that like he felt like if there was going to be any change in the show, it was going to be the change that was going to be for the better of the show. And I think when we got the scene where I know in the game, obviously you're Joel, so you want to go save Ellie. This is like you saving Ellie. You know what I'm saying? And I definitely get your point of view, but I think just from the point of view of the director, he was like, I think it's a better show, especially looking forward, if we have Ellie save herself, and then Joe comes and saves her emotionally, not physically.
Right.
Ellie, you know what I'm saying? Ellie was in that motherfucking house like, David, I'm not locked in this burning house with you locked in here with me.
With me.
Okay. I got that dog in me. You know what I'm saying? So like, and where, not to spoil too much, but and where her character is going, oh my God. If anything, like where her character went, her character's going, it's going to make it look that much better.
Oh yes,
Bella Ramsey needs a hug.
Yeah.
She's traumatized. She's traumatized.
Bella Ramsey needs a hug. When I was watching, I was like, I want to just give her a hug.
I felt the same
as an actress to have to do, because mind you, I mean it's one type of person to be the guy having to do what you have to do in that scene, but the actress to have to put yourself emotionally there, right? Yeah. And there's a lot of physicality with it. It's not like they're doing a screen test where he's not really on her. He is actually on her. So it's like
and she's little.
And she's little, and even how she's like, you see her constantly jumping from like the screams of like actual terror and the try to be tough moments. Like she's like, don't, please don't, and then she's like trying to be tough again. You know, like that juggle of being a teenage girl in this world, having to deal with the situation, trying to survive, everything. I'm like, it's Bella needs a hug. We need to hug Bella.
And then for the character, she has all these past memories, like you know, the kid being shot right in front of her, and she didn't help him. And then, you know, her best friend died. Like she has all that baggage on her mind.
Oh yeah, she's ready.
And then this comment, this is crazy.
Yeah,
she was ready to wow out with all of that baggage. Like
that was the time.
With all of the way that she chopped that man up with that cleaver.
I wish we got to see it though, because I wanted to see it.
I didn't need to see it. Her face told me everything.
I did not need to see
it. It did, but I needed to see some limbs fly. Okay, I wanted to see the. This is gonna sound wild and crazy, but the minute when he was in the thing talking about when he held her hand when it was in that jail cell, I said I need to see a knife from sphincter to blinker. Okay, that's what I need to see. All right. As a mother, oh my, I will burn the world. Don't you dare. Don't you dare.
I felt that rage. She was
I
over
it. Black Panther.
She was over it. I done lost my friend. I done lost another friend, a potential friend. I done lost family. I'm like,
she's alone basically.
I'm alone. Joel might die
at any moment.
Let's go to town. She was done because she didn't know he was coming for her.
Crazy,
she was just trying to get back.
Rape somebody in the middle of a world like that, like
I was like, look at the times we're in.
Like the world is over, and here you are,
and you still trying to rape people. Like, what is wrong with you?
I think all the trauma that Ellie is going through is just really building her up.
It's a build up.
Like a fucking psychopath. Like and now they've been dropping little breadcrumbs. Like she's like she's losing it. You know?
I respect now, even though I fussed last week about her being ignorant in the mall, but now I kind of like that she was ignorant because now you see all the wisdom. Like she had to think so fast in this whole episode, and she didn't make any mistakes. And like
she did,
you know what I mean? Like she was kind of flawless for her age. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
so
yeah,
like,
and the way she handled those guys at the beginning, like
that's
the sister and
right from the beginning.
other dude, she was on those guys. She was like, "Don't move, hold your hands up, 10 step back."
I like how she was undoing the bullets from their guns, from their rifles.
Like, she was now. Do you? I was okay with this decision, but do you feel like it was a missed decision to take that zombie fight scene out? Because you're not in the game. So in the snow in the beginning,
that's another thing I thought. Yeah, I do.
You know, with the guy in the beginning with the guys, the zombies come when they're waiting for the guy to come back with the medicine in the game, but they didn't do that in the show.
That part is so long in the game.
It is long in the game. That's why I was okay with the fact that it was kind of like.
Yeah, it
was quick. One
again,
and done.
My reason.
But that was your issue.
Yeah, they just kind of took out some action that I personally enjoyed.
There was no zombies.
That's fair. Yeah,
there aren't very many zombies in the show as a in total.
Even in the game,
compared to like The Walking Dead, there's almost not really.
With this,
I'm actually okay with that.
The real
I am too,
are human.
but it's just interesting.
Say it again, honey.
I said, like this show and similar to Walking Dead in an apocalyptic world like this, the real villains are humans. It's not
humans, not the monsters,
not the bloaters. The real
we are the true monsters.
The humans.
Exactly, the people who survive because
and I like that. I like that aspect.
The true monster.
Yeah.
He doesn't have to have that bloated looking face. He lures you in with his words and biblical scripture.
He's the the biggest monster.
Yeah,
I would say so. So when you were talking about like you like that premise, I like it if it makes sense, and I feel like they make it make sense here. There's one show my husband was watching where the world was ending, and I guess the guy had cheated on the wife, but the world is ending. So they're like, he had cheated before the world ended. Like she found out he cheated, and they're leaving with their son. And this guy's like, okay, well I'm gonna go with the heifer that I cheated with. I'm gonna leave you deuces, and I'm gonna go. I'm like, and this is not the time. The world is ending. Your son is here. We gotta go. So, and there was like the back and forth and all that stuff. And I'm like, that's a bunch of stupid stuff that, like, the world is ending. We could all die at any moment. I think there are things we would probably move past a little faster at this moment.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah. All right, so let's do we have 2 Ask the Audience. So that was our review of The Last of Us. We did have to kind of speed through it because we had a lot of wonderful conversations like earlier, which I loved all the conversations we had earlier today. But I know a couple of you guys got a dip. So really quick, we have the Ask the Audience. Where's the graphic? Ask the audience. All right. So I can't sing it while you guys are looking at me. I have to sing it like when the graphic's up. All right. So the first question we have is from TC. TC asks, what are your thoughts on the Chris Rock Netflix situation? Now, I don't know a lot about this. I don't know anything about it. I know that his special just came out on Netflix. I don't know if there was a situation. Do you guys know?
Yeah.
Basically, Chris Rock used his latest special on Netflix to address the Will Smith slap situation. And he said a lot of things. I mean, not much I agree with, you know what I'm saying? But
I have to watch the special. I can watch
I think you should watch the special, but I think he basically called out Will Smith and was like, why did you hit me of all people? You know what I'm saying? And he kind of made some other jokes as well. Like, you know what I'm saying? I watched Emancipation just to see Will Smith get beat up. You know what I'm saying? Which is like the
he said that?
Yeah.
He's angry.
So, like,
he's angry. Right.
I'd be angry too.
I would be too. Like ruins my fucking moment by coming up on stage and slapping me in front of everybody.
I'm not gonna say he didn't deserve
he didn't deserve
to be embarrassed because he was doing a lot, but not like that. It was.
No, here's the thing. No,
that
here's
was
the thing.
A lie.
I agree. I do feel like, okay, someone's talking about your wife. I understand you like dealing with them in some type of manner, right?
Yeah,
but sure. Especially as being Black men at this non-Black event. I don't even need to use the quotes. Let me put the quotes down. Okay, let me put the quotes down. Non-Black event, the biggest event for films, arguably, because the Oscars is just kind of political, but it's whatever. But like you have this event and a black man, he's making jokes at everybody. He makes a joke about your wife. You walking on the stage and slapping, I feel like is next level. If y'all was talking behind the scenes and you like cursed him out, or maybe you were dealt with him after behind the scene.
It's behind the scenes, but like that was it was a bit.
It was too much.
It was a lot.
Will Smith was dead wrong.
That he should have gone up there. And I get, this is a whole nother topic that I could talk about forever.
Yeah.
I get really irritated when people blame Jada for the whole thing. I'm like, Will Smith is like almost 50 years old. Like,
he's a grown man.
How Jada could blame that. It's crazy.
He walked them by themselves, walked up there, did a chuckle, and slapped that man and walked back down.
Yeah.
Like, sir,
that was that Red Table Talk episode. That's the only reason why I feel like people are really getting on Jada, which she deserves to be gotten on, but not for this.
Not for this.
I agree with Gigi. Like, my thing is, we can't blame her.
Like her. I don't know why.
A lot of people don't like her. I don't know why either. A lot of people are like, "Oh, well, she had that situationship." I was like, they were separated, and he was also messing with Margot.
No,
Robbie,
there was some ethical stuff that she could have avoided. She could have not did what she did.
Yeah, just how I feel.
I agree, but I just don't think that people should hate on her as much as they do. Like, they literally try to blame her for everything.
I agree. No, I agree with that. I think the anger is misplaced.
It's misplaced.
I don't think she deserved what she got for the Oscar slap, but I think it's totally right for people to be critical of her
because it's not
the situation.
What they say is it takes two to tangle. Well, it takes three for this circumstance.
Absolutely.
So like Will Smith is the number one wrong person. I don't care what he said. He could have did whatever he wanted on stage. You went up on the stage and slapped him. You're wrong. They're wrong. Period. But his energy is also not right. And me personally, if I was like Jada, if I was in her position and my wife gets up to first, I would be like, what? So the fact that you didn't like what to her, and then when she came back, I would be like, you okay? Like, where's the touching? Like, a touch can do a lot of stuff, you know. So, but the fact that they're blaming her when this dude got stuff, that's the part that's wrong. But I just feel like they all kind of
also because he laughed at the joke at first.
Yeah.
And people want to
he was sitting there laughing. And then he got
it could have been an awkward laugh.
Yeah, I mean, I laugh all the time when
I have awkward.
I grew up a people pleaser. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
so I just have to
that
make things go away. You know what I'm saying? Like,
I get that if people are watching you, right? But for you to laugh and then like your wife give you a look like.
But there's cameras on them. He doesn't know when people are.
There are cameras on them.
It's just a cameras watching.
I don't know. I'm not giving him any excuses. There's no reason why that should happen. No.
He shouldn't have done it. He shouldn't have done it.
No, he shouldn't have. But
I don't think there was an excuse. I think he should have been confronted. I don't think necessarily slapping him was the way. But again, I do understand. Like, it was a pattern. It wasn't like Chris Rock.
No. Well, this is the night. This is your night on top. Yeah. This is your night. You're crazy to get up on stage and do it.
That's what I'm saying.
Like, I would have got him after stage, backstage after party.
He could always.
If he would have slept backstage, we wouldn't even have been having this conversation.
That's what I'm saying. You could have did what? Bang! Backstage, no cameras. Everybody signed NDA. Nobody talking about it.
But personally,
hold on. Wait. Everybody's jumping. Goofy, what were you saying?
Personally, I don't think that people give Chris Rock enough flack. You know what I'm saying? Because I think there is a lot to be said about, you know, how the media can be, you know, or media or people can just talk about people without any limit or boundaries. You know what I'm saying? So like, there's got to be a cultural conversation. If we're gonna talk about Will Smith and goddamn Jada, like, who was like completely removed from the situation for the most part, how can we not talk about Chris Rock, who has always been caping for white people, bro? His whole career was all about making jokes for white people about black people. You know what I'm saying? There's this video on Twitter right now, him going around with the white people saying the hard N word, bro. Like, we got to be able to talk about that as well. You know what I'm saying?
Right. Absolutely.
And that's why when I watched the comedy, I actually didn't laugh one time. I didn't think it was funny. It was entertaining, but it wasn't funny. But I did, like Des said, if I was in his spot, you're right. If I'm a comedian,
I would be angry, right?
And I'm gonna be saying all the stuff he said.
Where I will say before we move on, I will say, like, I understand. There's understanding that we have about feelings in the situations. It's the actions that we have problems with. Like, if they were at like a place and TMZ caught the slap, it would have been, we'd be like, oh yeah, he shouldn't have been talking about his wife. But it was just, it's the setting of where they were, the Wayne, what was happening at the time. Those things we don't really think lined up. And I didn't see that.
I think him shouting like, "Keep my wife's name
that
out." That was enough.
That was
he shook the entire venue.
Yeah,
that would have been enough.
That, yeah, I think
I don't think people realized he was serious when he first said that, though.
No,
people were quiet.
They were quiet because they were like, "What?" But I don't know if they thought it was part of it or if it was because, like, even when you saw it, people were kind of confused.
I thought it was a joke at first until I saw Chris Rock's face.
I did too, but I think that
my mouth was on the ground. I was so shocked.
He should have just taken.
And I'm from Philly. You're not representing correctly.
Period. It wasn't only his night. He ruined that night for a lot of other. Like,
that's what I had to issue.
I agree.
Those three hosts, they really did a good job.
And the 3 hosts,
they did a really good job. We don't even talk about them.
Yeah.
I agree.
Because
so Hanif has to go. Thank you so much for joining, Hanif.
Thanks for having me.
Really quick before you leave, if you can just tell people where to find you and remind people who you are and what you do again.
Definitely, we're on the Instagram Otaku Noir, OtakuNoir. Go to our website otakunoir.com. We're just basically a blurred mystery box, quarterly mystery box. Gigi's manga Resenter was inside our horror box that we're actually packing up right now, or off camera. We're actually packing up the boxes now. This is by J. Toon, another Black creator. So everything in our boxes are made by people of color. Check out our website. Check out our Instagram socials. Any Black creators out there will hit us up.
That's
for sure. Thank you so much for joining.
Thank you.
The links are in the description box. Make sure you check out Hanif. Thank you again. We hope to have you come back.
Thank you. Have a good night, guys.
You too. You too. So what was the last question? We have a second question from the audience, and then we'll close out. Okay, this is from JMusic17. If you could star in one anime, which one would it be?
I love anime.
Can it be a
so
film,
this is hard.
or does it have to be a series?
That could be an anime movie as well, I think.
I think anything Miyazaki. I'm sorry, Jake.
I just want peace.
Because I'm not into anime, and I was about to ask, does Miyazaki count?
Yeah. Anything in his world, I'm down for.
Because Kiki's Delivery Service would have to be.
Yeah.
I would say Food Wars.
Girl too.
One of my favorite.
Food Wars? Oh, that's so like pornographic. I didn't realize how pornographic
it is. But if the food is that good that your clothes fly off, that is heaven.
Going on.
Let me try a bite. God damn it. Hold on. Let me get a little corner.
Bring like Elgato has that green screen that you could pull up. I'll just bring like a Carrie version with me. So I take a bite, just pull this up, and my clothes just fly off. Nobody sees anything. I can enjoy the food. Yeah.
For me, I'm gonna just say this. It's gonna be.
Don't steal mine.
I mean, I don't know how many anime fans is in here, but like this is a very heated discussion on anime talk or whatever. But I would say I would star in Attack on Titan.
And you do that
hold on,
you're run
you on your own with that one.
That's stressful.
Because
bugging.
Somebody gotta fix Aaron's bullshit, bro. I'm gonna just be like that. People be like, Aaron did nothing wrong. I'm like,
I'm gonna just, I don't know.
I'm not caught up. No spoiling.
Oh yeah, I don't want to say nothing, but yeah.
I think for me it would probably be Full Metal Alchemist Brotherhood.
Oh, I love you.
I just love the idea of like, I need something, just, and I got it, and I can go about my day.
Yeah, it's fire.
I love that.
That's funny.
Yeah,
that's funny. But yes, that was our show. Shout out to our the questions. So shout out to the two people that asked the questions. We post that Ask the Audience graphic on Twitter, Instagram, also on the community tab and in the Discord server. So you can submit your questions that way. And before we close out, again, Gigi, J.Cutt, Des, tell the people where they can find you and what you have going on so people can follow you and support. Make sure you guys support. Lovely conversations, amazing conversations. But Gigi, go ahead. Take it away.
Again, I'm Gigi Murakami. I'm a manga artist and illustrator doing horror manga. You can check out the first chapter of my manga Resenter. It's on my website. I am also on Twitch, YouTube, Twitter, and Instagram, all Gigi Murakami. Instagram is Gigi_Murakami. That's
awesome. And then J.Cutt, Who is you and what you got going on?
Okay, so you can find me on all the platforms, J.Cutt Productions. On Twitter is J.Cutt Designs. I have a Patreon. Definitely want to join that. I design stickers every month with my Patreon crew, and we figure out what the characters are going to be and all the different things for the month. And I also have my J.Cutt coloring book for all ages. So it has fan art from different movies, games, and TV shows. And if you need any custom art or designs, send me a DM on whatever platform you want to send me a DM.
He said, slide into them DMs, okay? That's what he said. And Des, who are you and what do you do?
Hey, so I just want to say thank you for having me on. This was great. It was wonderful talking to all of you about all of these topics that I love talking about. But yeah, my name is Destiny. I work for Freedom Games. I'm their marketing manager. So if you're a developer and you have a game that you're looking for a publisher, slide it my way, slide into my DMs. I'll see what I can do. Also, I am the host of Black Voices in Gaming. As I said, we do that a couple of times a year. We actually have a show that's going to be dropping this month during GDC and PAX East, so be sure to check that out. If you want to get in touch with me, I'm on Twitter at DNBC32, and I use other social media platforms, but it's just memes and silly shit, so I don't know if you want to follow me there.
You're trying to laugh.
Yeah.
We need to laugh these days. We all need to laugh. And then Goofy Wise, tell the people where they can find
Yes. The Goof. How you guys doing today? It was a pleasure to be here with you guys. I'm doing what I love. I'm hanging out with some beautiful, awesome people with plenty of great things to say. You can find me at GoofyWise on any platform. I just started a reaction channel to react to like Last of Us and anime and Attack on Titan. So y'all can just find me on there as GoofyWise. So yeah.
Awesome. And I'm iChristine. You can find me iChristine Games. Everywhere. Just started The Forest Sons of the Forest on the gaming channel. So check that out. And likewise, new like I did the reaction to episode 8 for Last of Us, so that's gonna come out this week because that ish was crazy. And I will say that I was cursing a lot in that episode, and I don't think that my brother-in-law is gonna blurb them out, so you're just gonna have to deal with it. I called him and he was like, yeah, I'm probably not gonna bleep them. All right, that's where we live. I know. I told him in the one other episodes, it was like, make sure you bleep the curses. And someone left a comment like, oh, when Christine curses, we know it's a good time. And I was like, how did they hear it? And I called him and was like, you didn't bleep them out. But that's neither here nor there. Much love to him. But yes, you can find us here on the PartyChat podcast every Monday, 5:30 Eastern, till 7 normally, unless the conversation's hot, then we can run a little over. But next week is our PartyChat Poskers. And tomorrow or the next day, we will have the ballot for everybody to vote on what we think our movies should be and the actors should be or the winner should be for all of those things. Next week, we're going to dress up. We're going to be fancy. We're going to talk about the winners, the actual winners. We're going to do our show, and then we will dabble into the finale of Last of Us, which is next week, right? Or are they skipping a week? Is it next week? I
think it's next week.
Okay. So that's the finale. So make sure you check us out, PartyChat Podcast everywhere. And shout out again to our members. Yes, Channy Chan, Charles Pretlow, and Eliminate. Shout out to you guys, and we're out. Thanks so much for coming through.
Niggas.